Yes, guys, how you doing? Welcome back. Sorry for the delay. I hope you're all happy and healthy, doing the things you love. With those who love to do them, it's game day, guys. It's game day. I'm here with Pete, Grumpy Pete, as he is affectionately known, even though it winds him right up. And we got Bayern Munich to chew over. We got some stories, some transfer news, views, and clues. By the way, guys, we got the Spurs 5 straight after this, right? As soon as this is done, the game starts at 5:30, at 7:30 or whatever it is, we're redirecting straight across to the Spurs 5. So you're going to be with me, or with a lot of us, for the next, if you want to be at least, for the next like 9 or so hours. It's going to be a long afternoon and evening. Pete, how you doing, mate? Good to see you.
I'm good, my brother. How are you doing?
I'm all right, mate. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you caught any of last night's fan phone-in show, but most of the people that phoned in were pretty much on my side. Like, you know, patience, calm. But when you look around the Spurs channels, there's no calm. There's just absolute outrage and fury, and you know,
it's every window, though, isn't it? It's just a normal Spurs window, isn't it?
Yeah. How are you feeling about it all, mate? How are you feeling about it all?
I'm not going to lie, but I can say I'm not concerned. For me, the window in my head shuts when the season starts. I know there's still runs, but you need to have all your ducks in a row by then. Even ideally before for this cup final. It's still a trophy at stake. I know it don't mean a lot, but it's a trophy we've never been in, and a chance to win it. I know we're playing the top team, right? But to get Frank's reign off to a great start, you know what I mean, a trophy in the bin early doors. What a boost that would be. You know
I'm pretty sure there's a trophy on the line tonight, mate.
Is there? Oh, another one.
We won one against Arsenal. There wasn't one on the line against Newcastle, so who cares? It was a draw. I think there's one on for us tonight, and then we got one on Wednesday. This is what big teams do, mate. We compete on all multiple fronts at the same time. You know what I mean?
Well, maybe we can have a wooden spoon as well. That'd be Mathys Tel. Whoever loses takes him back.
Oh, you want it? Oh, wow. Oh. You're not a fan of Mathys. I know how you feel about Mathys Tel. You're gonna be in the mud about Mathys Tel, mate.
I'm coming for you, mate. Don't worry about that.
Everyone's coming for me, bro. Everyone's coming for me. I've run out of space on my receipts list for how many people say that Mathys Tel is going to be dog shit. When Mathys Tel smashes it out of the park, what's it going to take for you? Let me ask this straight out. Perfect intro. What's it going to take for Mathys Tel to do for you to sit there and go, fair enough?
Contribute to the season. I think I've got a bet with that Brian in our group. With Brian for 20 goals and assists in 45 appearances. Yeah, that'll do me. And then I'll happily say I'm wrong. I want to be wrong. Don't get me wrong. There's no joy in me being right because then it just means we waste our money again. I love to be wrong. But it ain't happened yet. So, yeah, if he can do that, I'm happy days.
Apparently, it's the Telecom Cup. Is that what we're doing here? Is the Telecom Cup, is it, Sully? Appreciate you, mate.
You've never seen that. Yeah. What was the cup one the other day called?
It was like the Tetley tea or something. The tea bag, the tea bag or something. It was like something to do with tea. Sounded like a tea name. You know, I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't matter. We won it. Stick it in the cabinet and make space for the next one. I think we might have to get the old carpenters in, mate, to make the cabinet a little bit bigger with all the access we have to trophies this year. For the next one. I think we might have to get the old. Listening to myself. What are you saying, mate? Are you? Before we get into the game specifically, by the way, guys, I forgot to ask. Smash the like button out of the park. Smash it out of the park. There's 170 of you here.
Come on, even I've just done that. I've just pressed the like button. Come on.
Yeah, smash the like button. Smash the subscribe if you haven't already. Do the notification bell dance, and keep the comments thick and fast. The game is going to be streamed here in about an hour's time, so we've got plenty of time to talk about all of the various things that are going on. Pete, let me ask you this, mate. Where are you at with regards the transfer window? Sonny's gone. Maddison's down, injured. He's out. You know, he's out for the rest of the season probably. He's out for 6 months, and then he takes months to get back. So we can kiss goodbye to Maddison. We've kissed goodbye to Sonny already. Decky's going to be out probably until Christmas at the earliest. That's 67 GA that we have to replace. For you, are you sitting there thinking, well, we've still got to worry about a left back? We still need a centre back? Or are you just thinking, just get that
at the moment, it's got to be in the forward area of the pitch. all priorities have changed. You know what I mean? You've got to fix that first, because we've got to score goals. We've got to have a threat against teams. It's all right being solid defensively, but if you can't score goals, then what is the point? You're going to lose games eventually, because teams will find a way around. You need points. Goals win points. Especially, and we're going to be in the Champions League. You can't be pouncing around like that. You have to have a credible threat. So for me, all priorities have changed. We need to get a 10. We need to get a left winger of both of adequate top quality who actually worry teams. And then if we can do anything else after, because there's going to be a raft of departures. There has to be, with what we've got going on. You know what I mean? I know we've had the kids going out on loan, but hopefully we can bin off Richalison and then sort of then move for another striker to, if not take over Solanke, but at least give him some competition, because he's quite injury prone as well. Let's be honest, he's still injured now, and he's had a couple of injuries last year, so you've got that to think about. I mean, Kudus has been a great signing, but he's not known for his prolific goal scoring, is he? So, and there's Brennan Johnson, but
That's
I think you've got to change the whole system to get the best out of him, and I think that would be the detriment to a lot of other players. You can't play him on the right, so the Kudus. So there's got to be a lot of work done. I was worried before.
Pete, before you go into another, you've just dropped like 3 absolute bombers there. I like everything you just said, and I want to just break it down before you move on to the next point, because I'm sure you'll have some more values to add there. So don't forget where you were going with it. But you mentioned Kudus first and foremost. He's not exactly known for his output at the moment. Is there a threat? Is there a risk here that a guy that's a little bit temperamental in Kudus, right? He's a little bit, he's happy when he's happy, but he's when he's good, he's great. When he's bad, he's horrid, sort of thing. And a lot of that comes down to his happiness. Is there a concern in your mind that as the forward line currently looks, with the absence of Maddison, the absence of Decky, and the absence of Son, that too much responsibility is going to go onto Kudus's head by the fan base? And if it doesn't materialize, as you say, he's got like those like that not great output anyway. It's not bad output, but it's not insane output. Is there potentially a conundrum there where you end up thinking, if people start to like put additional pressure on him, because not because of him not doing well enough, but because no one else is contributing in those wider areas, that then he might end up feeling the pressure and it might end up with negative outcomes?
It's possible. I mean, it's not. I mean, look at Harry Kane's last years. He had to be the best striker and the top playmaker at the club at the same time. He had to do the job of 2 players, because we wouldn't replace Eriksen from when he left. You know what I mean? And he managed to do it because he's a world-class footballer. And then obviously Son came in off the back of that and sort of helped him out a lot. And Kane made Son look very good at the time. But it wouldn't be Spurs if something like that didn't happen. But you think you've got to keep learning. You can't keep making the same mistakes. Do you know what I mean? Whatever plans we had, it's got to be shelved now. We have to improve that forward line. We can't just rely on Kudus to... He's new to the club as well. He's got to settle in, get used to everything. You know what I mean? Can't say, by the way, can you carry the forward line while you're here?
Yeah. So then, on top of that, you talked about Brennan Johnson. He's good in a certain way. We might have to adapt to him. He's even come out and said that they're already trying. They're already like he said he was happy in the Ange system because he was asked to do a certain thing.
You didn't have to do fuck all and got away with it.
Right.
Pop up with your tap in, and that was it. Job done.
100%. And so he's now saying he's really excited, looking forward to the new season. But he's announced that that the new gaffer is asking him to play in a different way and to figure out new methodologies and to be more adaptable or whatever else. Do you think that will bring out a better version of Johnson, or do you think Johnson was just his? I don't know how do you say this. That the lack that he has in quality was subdued, and whatever, like his value was amplified by the fact that he wasn't asked to do very much. And in a system where he's asked to do a different thing, he'll end up being less relevant, less valuable than he was this last season.
All depends what it is. If he's asked to play off the left, then I think we'll just get the same of what we got, and I think then he will decline. I think if Frank's going to think, you know what, I might only have 1 playmaker this year because I can't see us buying 2. Let's be honest. I may at times have to play 2 up front. I think Johnson, like when Defoe up front on his own. I'm not saying Johnson's good as Defoe before anyone says anything, but one thing Johnson's good at is finishing chances, getting on the end of things. You think if you can have him up front, buzzing around off of Solanke or even of Richalison, if we have to keep him, getting onto flick-ons, that sort of thing. Just, do you know what I mean? Within the width for the goal, I think he can do something. But if you're asking him to take the ball and run past players and go on mazy runs, he's not going to do it. He's getting on the end of things. So I think you can move him centrally, but I don't think he's good enough to be centrally on his own because he's not. He's got no physical presence about him at all. Players will just mark. Two defenders will take the piss out of him. You know what I mean? One will read the paper, one will have him pinned down on the floor. But if he's bouncing off a player, I think there might be something there worth moving on, worth playing. And teams don't expect it because how many teams play with a 2 at the moment? So I think Frank has to. Like I saw some of your Spurs 5 with the thing with Tel when it got a bit thing about Frank adapting. I do agree with him to a point. Frank should get all the help he can get with the window, but Frank also has to adapt with what he's got at certain times. And if that means playing like Poch used to, when Kane went, he never played Sonny up front on his own or Lucas. He played with a pair of them. And we played with 2 of them up front. And then it did cause a lot of havoc because both were quick, both were skillful. And it stretched a lot of teams. Do you know what I mean? You've got to go with what you got. I think Johnson could do well in that role because then what you got to do is just finish chances.
Yeah. I know you were going to go somewhere else with your next point. Here's what I would say, right? So I feel like I've been making this claim for a long time that if you can go and get a 6 or an 8 that can switch the play appropriately, then that adds incredible value to the ability to win the ball back high up the pitch and pivot into the corners. Essentially do to Tottenham what everyone else did to us last year, but with higher acumen. If you have a switch that can put it into those things, and then in order to make that work, you need to have a double threat. You need to have a right winger like a Kudus that can take a guy on and that can terrify, and you need a left winger that can do that. I'm not sure if Udogie is the guy yet. I'm not sure if Tel's the guy to do that at all, and I'm not sure if, or certainly Sonny lost his edge at doing that sort of thing. 3 years ago, Sonny, would have been the guy, right? But if Tottenham go out and buy a left winger, I'm not sure if they will. Rumours out, Ali Gold saying it's just not what we're looking at. Okay, we'll see. But if Tottenham can do that, part of the value proposition of that whole methodology, mate, requires you to have a creative guy in the 10. Because if you do ping it down the right or down the left, and you have equal strength on both sides at being a terrorising a one-on-one specialist, then the outcomes are that the fullbacks look for help, right? They call their centre backs or their 6 in to say, "Give me a hand here. I can't handle this guy by myself." Yep. And that then, of course, by proxy of that, opens up the middleman in a 10 to be able to then have a little bit more space to be able to create the little 6 inches to the right or left, and then ping it in the top bins or whatever else. The entire thing that entire model is useless if you haven't got a 10. So for me, I want to ask you the question. Now that we know Maddison's out for the entire season, pretty much, if you've still got Kudus, but you have no one on the left that can do that thing, should we be going after a 10 and then a winger, or should we be going after a 10 and then a 9 who can do more of the actual just natural finishing that we might not necessarily have in Richalison and Solanke?
Oh, it's a good question. It is a good
Thank you. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, it's about time you asked one. Do you know what? If you're asking me now, I think the 10 and the 9. Because I do think you have to have a credible goal threat at the top end of the pitch. I'm not interested in what... Like, when I know I've had you for this before, where you talk about GA, yeah? For me, you can apply GA to wingers, number 10s, and all that sort of stuff, wider players. But GA, not for strikers. Strikers is goals. That's it. Assists is bonus. Goals is a primary measure, not GA, goals. Yeah, yep. Not having it. So you look at that across what we got now, and it's very poor. So you need a finisher. Do you know what I mean? You have to have someone who can... I mean, you look at Newcastle now. Without Isaac, they don't carry the same threat. They're still a good team of good players, but that sort of killer at the top end of the pitch where you give him a chance, he's going to put it away. Now, they're very hard to come by, and there's not that many in the game. And we're certainly not in a race for any of them at the moment. So you've got to say, where's that coming from? Who would we even get? Because all the top ones are gone. But in an ideal world, you would get that and the 10. Because I think if you've got those two, a very good number 9 and a very good 10, I think that can get you through a lot.
You can make do with Udogie on the left.
Because you've got Kudus, so okay, that's fine. He's going to threaten. He might not score money, but he's a threat. People will worry about him because he can leave people for dead. Yeah, even just doing that. Remember Aaron Lennon? His output was never top notch, but the psychology of just him being there was enough to scare the shit out of most left backs because he left them for dead. Do you know what I mean? That's what a lot of the game is. People don't realise. Not just about what they do, but it's the actual presence. Adama Traore is another one. He can't hit a barn door, but when he's on the pitch and he starts motoring up and he goes on them runs, people are like, fuck, what am I going to do about this? There's a tank coming at me and I can't stop it. And it's not going to do a lot, but it does create space because people just naturally go and try and stop him, and that leaves space elsewhere. So that sheer psychology of having that threat like Kudus, who may not bang in loads of goals, but will skin people if he's given a chance. Well, is worth his weight in gold. And then you combine that with the number 10, and I mean, you look at that team, the top line. That ain't going to scare no one, is it?
Let's have a look at it. Let's talk it through. Vicario in goal. Pedro Porro is playing right back. Romero captain. He's clearly the captain for the season. Micky van der Ven and Jed Spence. So Jed Spence on the left, obviously. No Udogie. And then Bentancur, Polini. Sorry, what was that?
I've got no problem with Spence being on the left for most of this year. If that's the case, I think he's earned a place there, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah, he's fantastic. I think he's better on the left than he is on the right, to be entirely honest. I don't know why, but I just think he's... I think it's because he doesn't have... I think he has to think about it a bit more, and most of the right wingers in football are left-footed now, and so they want to cut him tied onto his right foot, onto his stronger foot, so he's better at handling them in the pocket. Bentancur, João Palhinha, and Pape Sarr. Palhinha starts, mate, against his old team. What are we thinking there?
It's a friendly, innit? It don't mean nothing at this level, but I'm glad he's in because we need to get him in and get him sort of acclimatised to the rest of the team. And he's going to probably think, he's probably seeing playing with these players for 5 minutes and go, hang on a minute, can I stay here? I've changed my mind.
Imagine that, your first game, your first friendly against the team that you just spent a year failing at.
Well, we know how he feels if he goes and smashes one straight up in the air.
Yeah, I imagine if he goes after the 6 that took his spot.
Yeah, crunch.
See you later. And then Bentancur in the 8, I guess, and that's probably Sarr in the 10, or is that like a kind of, I don't know, is it like a 4-3-3 maybe? Maybe Sarr's playing the 10.
So I'd say it's a flat 4, probably 4-3-3.
Or a 4-1-2 sort of thing.
Polinia's at the holding midfield, and Bentancur and Fingers just centre midfielders.
And then at the top end of the pitch, we got Johnson off the left today, Richalison in the 9, and Kudus in the on the right. And then on the bench, we've got Kinsky and Brandon Austin. That geezer just picks up he's got a nice life, hasn't he, mate? He's got a lovely life, Brandon Austin. Never has to do anything, just rolls around on the floor for a couple of hours every day, goes home and plays PlayStation and whatever else he's into. Ben Davies, Kevin Danso, Voskovic, Gray, Bissouma, Berghvall, Odegaard, Tel. It's so obvious where we're weak, isn't it? So obvious where we're weak.
Yeah, it needs a lot of work, innit? The bench, there's no game changers on there, and there isn't likely to be, let's be honest, because of the way what's happened this season and with injuries and that. So you think, okay, even if we're struggling with our first 11, where's the change in it going to come? That's why I think Frank's going to have to sort of create a team that's greater than the sum of its parts at times, and have some other tricks up his sleeves where he maybe switches to a 2 up front or something like that. Because individually, these players, a lot of them don't have enough individual quality. But you can, with good coaching and everything else, get, like a lot of managers do, get more out of the team as a whole rather than the individuals.
Man, I've got to be entirely honest. I have to ask the question here. Who would you rather see as a third tier number 9? Johnson or Mathys Tel?
As a third striker?
Well, as like a third option as the striker. Like, so if Richarlison got injured today, for example, Solanke's obviously not fit. I read this morning that I heard he was going to be fit, but obviously the journalist got that one wrong. If Richarlison goes down again, and you know he will, it won't be long before he does, then who's the guy that, as it currently looks, who's the guy that steps in? Johnson, not Tel, no?
No, mate. Tel couldn't hit the floor if he fell on it, yeah? Just no...
What are we doing here, mate?
For me,
that's my Mathys Tel. It's my Tel.
I can't get over that. I told you, I sent you that message the other day, and it's your player. Yeah, your fault. But I can't have the geezer. Listen, I hope you prove wrong, but no, I just don't see anything about him. I mean, we went through 1-on-1 the other day, and look what happened. Do you know what I mean? There was a chance to shut me up and then go, here we go, and then fluffed it completely. He had about an hour to think about what he was doing, and that's the best he can come out with.
He's not the first person to miss a 1-on-1, though, is he? Let's be honest.
No, I know, but for someone like him who needs to prove a point, I mean, if Richalison went through, I'd have the same confidence in terms of, let's get ready for the goal kick. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
Sonny did it against Manchester City last season, though. It's not like there's world-class players that miss 1-on-1s, mate, because it's just...
It's true, but they've scored every other time. But Mathys Tel, I've seen him have some real big chances sort of this pre-season and last time. Remember another one we went through last season, he got it, and I think the ball's still waiting to land. You know what I mean? Even now. That one, I don't know where that went. Yeah, the one he has scored, it hit him, he didn't know nothing about it.
Do you know what? I feel like I am attached at the hip to Mathys Tel. What he does, if he does something, if he scores today, I'm coming for everybody. And I need this. I need this guy because I'm the only person in the Spurs.
You're flogging a dead horse, mate.
No, well, maybe I am. But no, I think that the guy's got something about him, and I think a lot of the Spurs talk show audience. A big up to you, Robin. Oh, and he's with me. Oh, no, he's not with me. No, it's not him. It's someone else who said that. Where is it? Stradders is saying he agrees with Sean on Tel. Danny D was a nice guy before. Now he's becoming a donut. I mean, I don't know what we're doing here. Duncan's with Shawnee boy. We're a unit on the Spurs talk show. We're rooting for Mathys Tel. The rest of you, including you, Pete, you can all come begging for forgiveness.
What is that? That's 3 people. There's 434 people.
No, we did the thing last night. I'll do it again right now. There's 430 people in the house. Ones and zeros. One, if you think that Mathys Tel is going to surprise to the upside this year. 0 if you think that Pete is right and the guy couldn't hit the floor if he fell. 1 if you think that Pete's a donut for that take. 0 if you think
what you hope for, what you think.
Yeah, what you think. Yeah.
But Sean, if Johnson went through like Tel did, he'd probably score. As much as I don't rate Brennan Johnson, he does finish.
I am Sean. Oh, you're yeah. He's saying I'm with you, Sean. 1, he's on it. He's on the fence. 1. Look at these Tel supporters. Blaine, how could you do this to me? Blaine, what are we doing?
Blaine knows. See, the sensible people know. You can see it.
Blaine, you just lost all my... Yeah, no, you're still a good guy. Parker, donut. Volkov, donut. Dave Bamford, legend. Bippy, donut. Tobias, ledge. Darv, ledge. Tequila, ledge.
He's also
Rowe, ledge. Razzle Dazzle. And Razzle Dazzle's a donut. Richard Evans is a ledge. Paul's a ledge. Yes, no's a ledge. Bantry, ledge. Mr. G's got splinters. Look at this, mate. I'm sorry, bro. You can't be bringing it in twice, Blaine. I see you, mate. You can't be voting twice. What are we doing here? Come on now, people. The zeros are coming in. Parker. Oh, he's coming twice, Parker. Mate, I see you, Parker. Hoosier spot Hotspur. 0 for Hoosier. Everyone's voting twice. There's lots of 1s and 0s, though. We love it. We love to see it. The Spurs Talk Show knows, mate. The Spurs Talk Show audience, they know what's going on. Mathys Tel is a powder keg of expectation, a powder keg of opportunity. He's going to explode, and he's going to bring down the fire upon all those who doubt him. And you're one of them, Pete. I'm coming for you when he scores against his old team tonight. What are we thinking here? You saying no chance?
There's a chance. It's not a very good one. I mean, I had all this shit after he scored that goal for France under 21s, and then it was here we go, he's off now, and then that was the end of that, and then go 1-1 Newcastle, fluff.
Yeah, we'll see. Listen, do you care about the friendly tonight? Are you interested? Like, are you looking for what are you looking for? If not the result, what are you looking for apart from the trophy?
Just see a bit more. I mean, the Arsenal game was positive, was better than I thought. The Newcastle game was a bit pony. So I want to see a bit more positive again. Obviously, it's hard for Frank, because every time he thinks he's going to get going, he's now lost Maddison. So his whole plan for creativity has gone out the window. So it's going to be interesting to see what he does. Obviously, he's going to have to get creative in this game. He wants to win it. Obviously, the main important thing is legs and no more injuries. Do you know what I mean? I'll tell you what I want to see a bit more of is that Vuskovic, whatever he's called. I'd be interested in keeping him around this season rather than loaning him out. Because the two centre-backs we've got are prone to injuries and we can't buy one because we need to spend money elsewhere in the forward line. So I think it's worth keeping him around. Love to see him have another. Obviously, he had a good cameo at Reading.
Tell you what, mate, we've got a decent team up against us. Let me zoom in here for everyone to see it. Manuel Neuer's in goal. Upamecano, Jonah Tah at the back alongside Goretzka, Kimmich in the 6, Koeman, Luis Diaz on the left, Kane up top, Conrad Lima and Kimmich will be in the midfield, Stanisic. So it'll be. I think that's going to be Elise on the right, Luis Diaz on the left, and Kane up the top. Fucking hell,
that's some serious forward line, isn't it?
That is some serious forward line.
There's a threat. All three sides carry a threat. You can't like. Well, we just worry about that. All three sides carry a threat. I'd settle for us just having two at the moment. At the moment, we've got a threat from one. So I mean, you can't do it.
So Stanisic is. I think he's either a centre back tonight or he's going to be on the in the fullback alongside. So it'll be Upamecano, Stanisic, Goretzka, and Jonah Tah. So okay, so I think that's Jonah Tah and I think that's going to be Jonah Tah and Upamecano, and then Goretzka and Stanisic, and then you've got. Oh, sorry, wait, then you got Kimmich, Lima in the midfield alongside Koeman. Is that right? And then Elise, Kane, and Luis Diaz. That's pretty fucking hardcore, that, isn't it?
That's a serious team, mate. That's a serious team. So there's threats all over Gaff in there. Do you know what I mean?
Wowzers. Oh, wait, Koeman plays off the wing as well. Are they going to squeeze all these players in?
Yeah, or are they playing two up front?
The Spurs players just started.
Up with Kane.
What's that? Sorry, mate?
Or they're playing like maybe Luis Diaz in the false, or Kane in a false 9 and Luis Diaz ahead of him, because Kane can drop deep obviously all the time. Luis Diaz likes getting in the box, good in the air as well for someone quite small. It's just not a team you want to be facing, really, is it? I think we're going to find it's a hard test. Put it that way. It's a big test.
I think that's the strongest test we've got, strongest test we've had, because Arsenal were dog shit.
By a mile. That's the strongest test we've had in months, mate. Let's be honest. This is a harder test than Europa League final. When you look for the
and we're doing it at Germany. I think it's a sellout tonight as well in Bayern Munich. Mate, if we come away with the cup and a win tonight, and then.
I'd resign now because you ain't going to get any better than that.
100% win ratio. No, 66% win ratio. Not bad. A couple of super chats. Bantry, come on, you Spurs, is saying, if Tel starts, I will back a tenner to score first goal 11-1 at the moment. Is that right? Is he starting? I forget. Is he starting tonight?
Was it Johnson, Tel, and Richalison? No, he's not.
It's Johnson, and Kudus, yeah, he's not on the. Okay, he's on the bench.
Yeah, he's shit. That's why.
Shut it, mate. Shut it. He's my winger. My winger /
he's your winger. Frank put Johnson ahead of him. I tell you,
we shall see.
And ideally, needs to score. Although it's going to be a tough as Richarlison after his sort of horror show the other night against Arsenal with a couple of sitters.
You almost want.
He needs to stay. He needs to finish the game as well. That'd be a start.
Do you almost want Tottenham to have a couple of clangers so that Daniel Levy sits there and goes, all right, yeah. If Pape Sarr scores a couple of goals tonight in the 10 and does a little something, does that give Daniel Levy an out and go, oh yeah, well, we're not going to go and replace the 10?
It shouldn't do because it's pre-season. Listen, if Daniel Levy needs to see us get tonked to think, I better get my checkbook out, then. Your chairman, as you say, then where's he been for 20 years?
Your chairman too, mate. It's your chairman too. Come on now.
You don't need that. I never want us to lose or get pumped, but it shouldn't take that. Do you know what I mean? Because once it comes to the crunch, you're going to get pumped in the Premier League with how we are, and you're setting up the new manager to fail. Do you know?
100%, mate. Afternoon, chap, says Richard Evans. What is your score prediction for today? Listen, I've been waiting to drop this track on the Spurs Talk Show. It's been dropped on Football Inc. Grumpy Pete, it's about to be your time to drop the prediction.
Who's gonna win this weekend? Gotta predict the scores. Gotta be Nostradamus, picking wins, losses, and draws. Who's gonna win this weekend? Gotta predict the scores. Gotta be Nostradamus, picking wins, losses, and draws.
What are we saying, mate? What are we saying for the prediction? I know you're cringing. It's not Grumpy Pete, it's Cringy Pete after that one.
What was that? That PowerPoint, that last bit. What was
that? We like a little bit of fun. I like a little bit of fun on the old on the AI music generator. You know, got to figure these things out. What are we saying?
Terrible. I can't see anything but a Bayern win. I'm not going to lie, and I can't see us scoring with that forward line. So I'd probably say a 3-0 Bayern win.
What was that? 3-1, you said?
3-0.
3-0. 3-0. What in the AI slop was that? Come on now, Battenberg. You know what I'm like? I'm cheesy, I'm cringy, and I like to throw my weight around in these little AI things to make myself look funny. Or that sort of thing is taken care of by itself, by the things I say. I'm going to go for a...
What AI did you use for that? Chat SHIT?
yeah, you know, it's X's one. It's not grok, it's slop. So we're gonna move on. Bayern will destroy you, says Joseph Rolden. I don't know, mate. Arsenal didn't destroy us.
Arsenal didn't have that team though. Let's be honest.
Arsenal had a pretty good team out, did they not?
Yeah, no, it's not as good as that team.
Yeah, you think Harry Kane's going to score the winner tonight against us?
I think he scored more than one. I think.
Wow.
Well, he might now. He might be. It depends on what he's feeling. You know what I mean? It's
0-0. Martin Moore's in the house saying Bayern have just come back from holiday. It's a good point. 4-0 Bayern says Daryl. Jesus Christ. 3-0 Bayern.
It's not looking good.
Kane will definitely score. But this was exactly what I asked this exact same question before the Arsenal game, mate, and I got the exact same answers. We are rock solid at the back. We're toothless up front. We're rock solid at the back.
But the thing is, with the Arsenal game, that was a derby, wasn't it? So, although I thought we'd get pumped because we'd only just got there and they'd been out there prepping and all that, acclimatising and all that, and I was pleasantly surprised. Sort of we got played like a derby, sort of form went out the window, prep went out the window. And Arsenal haven't had a great pre-season either, so it's not as if it was like we took the bet with them and they've battered everyone else. They've lost since as well. But it doesn't matter what's happened to what Bayern have been doing. This is the perfect warm-up game for them. It's
I'm gonna go for 2-2.
Where's that goal coming from, Sean?
Brennan Johnson, mate. Backdoor Johnson special. What are we talking about here?
Bayern ain't going to allow that. They're not that silly.
Mate, Listen, let me ask you this, mate. In fact, I'm going to get this up on the screen, right? I'm going to get this up on the screen. Because I was having this fucking chinwag last night.
Who's getting injured today?
No.
None of that. Van der Ven cocking up now. That's all we need, isn't it?
Everyone says Tottenham are in the Champions League this year. We've got a squad that's not capable. Pete, this is the projected pots for the Champions League, right? Can you see it on the screen?
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
Okay, so you get two teams out of those four. You get two teams each. Okay, you're not gonna get an English team in the first in the league draw. So, which team in pot 4 of Copenhagen? So, how many points did you? I think you need something like about 14 points, 13 points, something like that. Is going to get you into the maybe even 12
How many
points.
games? Eight games, isn't it?
Eight games, right? And if you get about, I think it's 11 or 12 points, basically guarantees you get into the at least the playoff.
Depends what the other teams do and all that. So say you need to get at least 4 wins, yeah?
I think you need to get, okay, let's say 4 wins. Okay, we'll say 4 wins. Can you see a squad in pot 4 that is maybe Newcastle, but apart from that is terrifying against Tottenham's first team squad? Copenhagen, Krevner, Monaco.
No, it all depends where you play. Where you play them. Look at when we went to Galatasaray last year and got murdered.
Yeah, but we played our kids.
Yeah, but we'll still be playing kids. That's all we got. We're still buying it. I mean, we should smash Celtic.
So if Tottenham were to get that, Celtic's a difficult place maybe to go, but if they come to us, you'd expect to win, right?
Yes.
So I guess it works that you get one team at home from each. I don't know how it works, but I think you get
Must be, one away, one at home.
One at home, one away, right? So unless you get Newcastle away,
we can't do, can we? Because we can't play this.
You can't get Newcastle, so you can't. That's right, you can't get Newcastle. So who are the ones that you'd want to avoid from pot 4 with our current squad away from home? Celtic and Galatasaray, probably, right? The rest of them you think you can handle?
Monaco, they can be a bit of a strange bag sometimes. Obviously, depends what they're doing. I'm not quite sure. I know they just got Pogba. He scored a rocket the other week, but other than that, I don't really know.
What about pot 3? Pot 3.
There's some big boys in there. You don't.
Are there?
Leverkusen, I think will do us. Atletico Madrid will do us.
That's pot 2 you're looking at.
Oh, sorry,
pot
mate.
Pot 3's on the left, bottom left, yeah.
Sporting, we've never done well against them. Olympiacos, I remember going there and struggling. Again with, I don't know if it was Poch or Mourinho. Bodo Glimt, we know we can beat them, their pony. French teams, Marseille, depends what players they have because they all get picked off. PSV, Arsenal went there and smashed them 7-1. Don't know. Ajax, again, a mixed bag. There's not, don't get me wrong, there's not teams I think, but it all depends where we're at in terms of the squad when we come up against these teams. So, what we've got. In the current format, I can see a lot of draws there. I see a lot of draws where we don't concede, but we don't really score many. If everything stayed as it was.
I look at this and I go, pot 1 is going to be hard work, right? Home or away. Dortmund, if you get lucky and you get Dortmund, then fair enough. You can't get City, you can't get Chelsea, you don't want to get Madrid, you don't want to get, we'll find out tonight about Bayern, you can't get Liverpool, you don't want PSG. Inter, I think you could maybe have a chance against. Dortmund and Barcelona is going to be a tricky one. So if you get lucky and you get Dortmund,
I imagine Lamine Yamal, yeah, lovely.
Yeah, but pot 2. I look at pot 2. I look at Juventus' squad. They're not the same as they used to be. We've already dealt with Eintracht Frankfurt last summer. Club Brugge, not a problem. Benfica, they've sold half their players, all their threats. Akçakoglu, Orkun Koku. A lot of those players are leaving and going back to Turkey. And they brought in players that haven't necessarily hit the ground running yet in Portugal. There's a few players there that we can worry about for sure. Atletico Madrid's a problem. Leverkusen have had their entire squad decimated. You can't get Arsenal. I'm sorry, if Tottenham don't qualify out of this Champions League group to at least the playoffs, then Thomas Frank has failed. People are saying that Tottenham have got absolutely no chance. I don't buy it for a second. I know that I think the Premier League is a far harder prospect than the Champions League league stage to qualify out of.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that. I think the Premier League is always a hard league because it's very competitive. But there are some teams we should get favourable results at. But I just think, as it stands, the window shut today, I could see a lot of draws because I think we'll be solid enough. But going forward, I think will always be a problem.
Yeah,
and that's when, especially in away games, you need that. You just need to have one chance, bang, and thank you very much.
That's what we do, though. That's a specialism that we do, right? When you got Romero, Van der Ven just tucking tight, defensive solidarity.
Who's scoring the one chance?
Who scored them last season?
Slanky needs loads. Richalison needs all week. Tel, forget it. Johnson obviously needs everyone to fall asleep and he gets creep in if he was playing. So, there's a lot of things got to go our way for us to score. Whereas you think, are we going to assert ourselves on them games? I said these Champions League games, although on paper they look easy, but obviously we don't travel well either as a club, and we haven't done for a long time. And hopefully that changes under Frank. But sort of when you've got a lot of kids in them, some of these places do have, especially in like Croatia and all that, they have, although the team's shit, and Olympiacos, they have big atmospheres there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah,
and that's why
Turkey is intimidating for sure.
That's why the team weren't great, but the atmosphere. I mean, and the people.
Galatasaray all of the Turkish teams are putting together a decent squad this year. There's a lot of money creeping into Turkish football, creeping in from the Saudi money.
That's what I mean. They ain't finished yet, so who are they going to have? Bayern Leverkusen have got money to spend because obviously, as you say, they've had half their team taken off them, so there's money in there which hasn't been dropped yet from what I've seen. You don't know. You never know. Do you know what I mean? We've been before when we've had the group of death and everyone writ us off and then we end up winning the group. You know what I mean? Obviously, that was a different time. But anything's possible in the end of the day. It's football. Nothing's set in stone. But all you can do is have the best preparation and the best team you can to make the most of the chance you've got. And at the moment, you say we're not really doing that.
Yeah, 100%. Guys, there's 600 people here. Please do smash the like button. It really does help the channel as we're going into the live stream in 25 minutes time. I can see on the broadcast, I think they've got going, have they? Let's have a look. See, no, they haven't started yet. They're about to start very soon, I think. Hang on a second. Yeah, it starts in a couple of minutes. They've just started right now. Guy, we've got a couple of super chats. So we've done the Richard Evans, the score prediction. I said 2-2. And Grumpy Pete said, what did you say, 3-0 Bayern?
3-0 Bayern, yeah.
Yeah, I hope you're wrong, mate. I hope you're in the mud.
So do I. I don't want to get pumped. I want to be wrong.
Yeah, but everyone leans negative. Everyone's leaning negative, so they're right. If they're wrong, then it's no one's going to care because they're too busy celebrating. But if they're right, they, I told you so. Whilst the world is falling down, you know what? That's the methodology of so many people. Blaine is saying Butler. We're going to have a lover's tiff over Smelly Tel. I'm more impressed by Odebear from pre-season, but we can probably agree not signing a Sun replacement is criminal. What are we doing here? Look, apparently Ali Gold has said, thank you very much, Blaine. I appreciate you, mate. But I'm devastated that you said that Tel's a zero because you're smarter than that.
Well done, Blaine. Always like
you're smarter than that, Blaine. You're smarter than that, mate.
Blaine's on the ball, mate.
I don't know about that, mate. What are we doing with the Ali Gold story that Tottenham aren't looking for a left winger? Does that mean that we're looking for a 10 and a striker then? And are you okay with that?
It depends if we bring in a top number 9 and a top 10, then I can live with it. Do you know what I mean? Because then you can reassess in January. If we bring in average, then it's terrible. I don't put much stock in anything Ali Gold says, to be honest. I've always been that. I think he blows wherever way the wind's blowing, he'll go with it. Makes it up as it goes along, just like everyone else. But yeah, to say he's right, and number 9 and number 10's preference, there has to be quality. There's no point in signing crap or average or cheap because you end up trying to do it again in the next year. Buy cheap, buy twice. And we have an issue at this club as well where we struggle to sell players. So if you buy players of quality and you do have to get rid of them for whatever reason, 9 times out of 10 you can because someone else will want them. If you hedge your bets and try and take a chance that this player was good once 5 years ago and you might get something out of him, then you're going to get burnt and then you get lumbered with him. And for where we are, for what we've spent so far, we have to do more.
Yeah.
Give the manager the best chance. You know what I mean? It's a big thing for Frank as well. People forget that. He's gone. Not only has he gone up a level in the league from, I know we finished 17th last year, but in terms of the club where we're normally at, it's a big jump for him. And then Champions League as well. He's not even played in Europe before, I don't think. Maybe with Bromby or whatever club was it before. But
no, he hasn't got much experience. No, not much experience.
And managing a squad that's playing twice a week, that's another thing. And you ain't going to get the luxury Ange did where, bollocks the Premier League and just all concentrate on the Champions League. That ain't going to happen. It's not going to fly again. There's no Europa League to fall back on if you get knocked out. Levy will want him to stay in the Champions League as long as possible because of financial reasons, because it helps the club out. Do you know what I mean? But we got at the same time got to help Frank out. You can't ask the man to step up and then, by the way, this is what you've got.
Are you familiar with Nico Paz?
I'm not going to lie. You know me, Sean. I don't watch that much European football.
Fair enough. All right, we won't talk about him. I mean, we're linked with him today. That's fair enough. Yeah, I hear you. A lot of people do. He's a really interesting player we've been linked with. Apparently, Tottenham put a bid, but it was rejected. Let's go. He's 20. He's a kid. But...
See what I mean? Fuck off.
He's Argentinian, mate. He's already broken into he's a 10 in the Argentinian team already at that
The
age.
last one we bought our Argentina, was it Veliz? He was supposed to be the next big thing. He's shit.
Yeah.
You've got to stop doing this.
All right, then. Okay, well, let's move away from Nico Paz. Let's
do
talk
it
about
from a position of strength. When you've got everything else in line, then you can have a little punt here or there and go, it don't matter because we're not relying on them. If they come good, great, or they don't become what we need, but we can make some money on them, great. I get that end of it. But at the moment we buy them, they don't do nothing for the club and we can't make any money of them because we can't get rid of them.
So what about
for 10 years?
So let's focus back towards the Premier League then, right? So right now, let's start with Jack Grealish. Would you take Jack Grealish
Yes.
on a loan or on a permanent deal?
If you ask if I was, a preference would be a loan with an option because obviously he's in that space where you don't know what Jack Grealish you're going to get and where he is himself. The Jack Grealish of old, if he wants to come out and prove a point, he can do pretty much anything he wants and he can be a great player. If he's still sulking about his sort of decline and not being in the City team, then and he carries that on, then he ain't going to be worth a carrot. So the incentive is there for him to sort of resurrect his career. He wants to get an England team, all that sort of thing. What better place to do it? And he'll get much love from the fan base. And do you know what? He may think, you know, like he was at Villa, he was the big fish there, or a massive part of the team. He was really important. Some people like that rather than going back to Man City being one of many. Do you know what I mean? Because there's always top players coming in, and.
But would you pay $300,000 a week for on loan, which is what Man City
I don't care
wants?
what he costs, to be honest. If you want top players, you got to pay it. I mean, we paid half of that for Werner, and he's probably a quarter player of Grealish, if that. But we're not accountants. And then bear in mind, look at the wage bill we've got currently. Is the wage ratio? You know what I mean, there's flex in there for that. It's not saying everyone, but that's what. If it's for a year, who cares? Yeah, then we go, okay, we're not. If we signed him, we're not going to pay him $300,000 a week, and I don't think anyone will, because no team at our level or anywhere the only way down for Jack Grealish is down. Let's be honest, from City in terms of wages, yeah, because no one's going to pay that because we can't, yeah, no one else can either really, apart from City, yeah, they're not going to. It's not going to happen. So that's got to be part of the acceptance that I get to play every week, but I'm not going to be earning $300,000. If he gets a lot, he'll be on top money still. He'll be on over $200,000, and then with the bonuses and all that, then he could reach $300,000. But he won't be $300,000 as a basic. But if it means we pay that for a year, then so be it. We can do it. We can afford it. So people are saying his wages are too high and all that. Who cares? At the end of the day, we are where we are.
There's not, first of all, where would you play him, in the 10 or as a left winger?
I think he doesn't play. I don't subscribe that he plays as a 10. He never does. He's always played on the left side and he drifts in. He's not a winger per se where he's blistering pace, but he's a give and go player where he needs a 10 with him and he'll give it and he'll go. Do you know what I mean? Him and Maddison would have been great, yeah, because they're both sort of intricate players, give and go, work their way around. That's what Grealish is. But he can beat a man and he can put a ball in the box and he does pop up with goals.
Not a lot, though, mate. He doesn't pop up with goals a lot at all.
Yeah, but he can do. But if he came in tomorrow, he'd be better than all of our left wing options. I know that's not saying a lot, but he instantly goes in. I
don't know. I just don't see it, mate. I feel like if you're going to use him, then I think you'd have to use him as a 10.
If he can do it, great. But for where he normally plays, he plays on that left side, doesn't he?
No, he does, but he plays in a team that has overlapping fullbacks, and look, you can with Udogie, but you can't with Jed Spence. And I think that, to me, there's a reason why he's been dropped. Even if, like, you say that who gives a fuck about the money, it's an opportunity cost, right? If you're dropping £15 million a year on his salary, and you're going to have to pay a loan fee, if that's what we land on, I'm seriously concerned about our talent ID and the scouts, because I just don't. He's a good player, but he's not, like, we are losing 67 goal or assist contributions between Maddison, Decky, and Sonny, and you're going to replace it with a guy who doesn't do any of those things, doesn't do goals, doesn't do assists. He barely plays for City. He's getting paid a massive punchy wage. There's no chance you buy him on a full contract. If you do it, you do it on a loan. But if Manchester City asks someone else to take on the entirety of the wage, I'm like, come on now. There's so many
I
wingers.
can't
It's the
see
most
that.
saturated
If
position
City
in
want
football.
him, if City want to move him on or get him off the books for a year, that no club is probably going to take on his whole wages. I'd be surprised. Yeah. So even if we pay 3/4, but let's be honest, Sean, for 2 years we paid Timo Werner 160 odd grand a week for nothing. Let's be honest.
No, I hear you.
So as long as if he hadn't done it
that's
before,
Yeah, well, I hear what you're
it's
saying.
a testament to how bad we've been running that we are in this position. Do you know what I mean? But you're either going to, so you've got to do what you can only get now. What you can get, you shouldn't be in this position where was the succession planning for Son? Because it was always obvious he was going to go. Do you know what I mean? So there should have been something already in the play. And if that was Mathys Tel, then again, I agree with you. The talent ID, someone needs to be shot. And
Mathys Tel is a baller, bro.
he's not a baller. But if you're planning on him, what I couldn't understand is you've got Odegaard. Fine, yeah. I don't massively rate him, but if he's going to be the project winger, okay, fine. You don't go and buy another one. Because at the end of the day, we've then, with what we paid for him and his loan fee, we pretty much paid what Bayern wanted in the first place. And
yeah,
and we've given them Kane, and they've given us 50 million and Tel. We got robbed.
Do you think there's any chance that if Luis Diaz gets injured, right, or if Harry Kane gets injured, that we end up loaning Mathys Tel back to Bayern Munich?
Sure,
like we did with Bayern Hill.
Were desperate to get rid of him. They were begging us to take him, lowering prices, free Oktoberfest tickets. You name it. You know what I mean? They probably even bend over in this game for us as long as we don't. They were desperate for us to get rid of it, to take him, and there's a reason for that. But look what they've gone out and got.
What, Luis Suarez? Oh, sorry, Luis Diaz.
Yeah, and for the player and you're talking different levels of player, massive levels. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And I wouldn't mind it so much if Mathys didn't cost what he's cost, but he's cost quite a bit of money in a team with a limited budget. You know what I mean? We don't throw money around, so you think you got to spend it wisely, and then we spend it there. And we still ain't got rid of Solomon yet, so he's still on the books. You think so? You had him as well. I know you don't like him or rate him on nothing, but you think you got these players in.
Who do you think's better, Solomon or? I'm just going to go and tell my fan down. My fans giving me a headache. I'm going to tell my fan down. Who do you think's better, Solomon or Mathys Tel?
Solomon.
What?
Yeah, you heard.
Wait, what?
You heard.
What are you doing to me? What are you doing to me? Manuel Solomon is better than Mathys Tel. Ones and zeros, guys.
This season, I don't care about ones and zeros because there's agenda, as you say, agenda's got agenda and all that stuff. But I think Solomon is a direct player. He's not setting the world alight, but I think Tel would struggle in the Championship.
Fuck off, mate. What are we doing here? Jesus Christ. Ones and zeros, guys. John, Blaine, what are we doing here, mate? Are you getting involved? You're getting involved in the Solomon thing as well. Guys, who's better? I got to put a poll out on this one. Solomon, if Solomon's better than, we'll give the 0 to Solomon. If Solomon's better than Tel, slap a 0. If Mathys Tel is better than Manuel Solomon, slap a 1. And if this chat, if I see a single 0 that isn't from a troll, then I'm going to have serious questions with my audience. What is going on? What are we doing here? 1, if Mathys Tel is better. Oh, for fuck's sake, there's a few of them. Studio, are you even a member of the show, Studio? What are you doing, mate? Have I taught you nothing? Patrick Gonzalez, you absolute bozos. Now, what are we doing here? Come on now. There's another one. Praisen. You're also a member of the channel.
Praise the Lord.
Praising the fucking donut. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Sam is me. Sam is you, for sure. Adam William Cahill coming in with a little bit of sense.
I always knew. What I take him last night.
What the hell is going on? There's a lot of
Richalison, and you're in. I mean, well, come on.
Yeah, to be honest, if Adam William Cahill's on the right side of my argument, I'm probably on the wrong side of the overall argument.
There you
go. I'm only kidding, Adam.
Love you, Adam.
Love you, mate. Phil Harriman. The question was who's better, Mathys Tel or Solomon? 1 is Tel, 0
let's
is Solomon.
Clarify something. I'm not saying I want either of them, but if you've got one why did you go and buy the other one when there's no upside?
No,
and bear in mind, Solomon's just had a great season in the Championship. Yes, it's the Championship, but he's used to
it's the Championship. Yes, it's the Championship.
But it's the Championship, but I don't think Tel would have that season. Tel came here and did fuck all.
Tel came here and didn't do fuck all. Tel came here and participated. He was the only one who cared.
He scored a penalty, one good goal, and the other goal hit me. Didn't know nothing about it. He was ready.
He threaded the ball through the eye of the needle against West Ham. Again, hang on. In the game, he's got little like chemistry with his under-21 brother in Odebear. In the game the other day, when everyone wants to remember the fact that he had a one-on-one, and yes, it's memorable. But apart from that moment, and even after that moment, which would crucify the confidence of so many players, he put in a shift against Newcastle, a team that played their first 11 the entire game. The notion. What do you mean put in a shift?
What are you talking about putting in a shift? Run about a lot. We might as well put Mo Farah in there to do that. Yeah, he's probably more threatening as well. Yeah, I bet he didn't miss that one. Yeah. I want to see productivity. I want to see threats. I want to see goals and assists or scaring the life out of players. Yeah, at least scare the life out of someone. Anything he scares the life out of is me. Because I'm thinking, oh, fucking hell, here we go. Yeah, it's another waste of time. When he gets the ball, I go for a piss because I know nothing's going to happen.
Oh, mate, you're brutally unfair. You're brutally unfair. Who is it that you appreciate in our team, by the way? Who do you actually rate? That's what I mean. See, this is the thing. You're leaning into this negative.
High standards. I got high standards. I'm not
apologizing. No, bollocks with the high standards thing, mate. It's just that's just a get out of jail free card.
Get out of jail free card. I tell you what.
It is.
I rate Porro. I think he got undue stick last year because he was stitched up by the system. Yeah, he was asked to do things and then no one filled in behind him. Romero on his day can be a great player and he can be an arse. He's chalk and cheese. I think he's a better footballer than a defender, personally. But he can still have a great game. Van der Ven, yeah, I think he looks heroic with his long busting runs and then he's out for 3 months after doing one of them. But one-on-one defending and in the air is a bit suspect, but I'm willing to stick with him. Spence, I rate. I think he's done really good. Gray, nothing yet.
Berghvall, you know what? Rather than playing this game, rather than going for the entire squad, how about this? Because it doesn't matter how good you are. It matters about what you're competing with, right? I used to work I still do in digital marketing, and my pitch around what's called SEO, which is what I specialised in. It doesn't matter.
Pete makes Sava look happy-go-lucky. I mean, come on.
Mate, I'm gonna tackle you on this one, Pete. I'm gonna tackle you this right now.
Bring it on, motherfucker.
Okay, I will. In SEO, which was my marketing expertise, right, in my field, you don't have to be good. You just have to be better than the next guy, better than everybody else. And if everybody else is shit, you just have to be less shit than them. Let me ask you this: in Tottenham's defence, let's compare us to our compatriots, if you like, Newcastle United. Right, Newcastle. Do Newcastle? I think we could both agree Newcastle have got a better first 11 than Tottenham have. Right, we can both agree on that. Okay. Do Tottenham have a better depth than Newcastle United?
Yes, probably. Well, yeah, but Newcastle have a big drop off, don't they? When it goes like that, then the next lot is like that. It's a big drop off. Look, our defence, man for man, like player for player on paper, looks great. Well, the only thing that they struggle with, they don't work great as a unit because none of them are talkers. None of them run the line. Do you know what I mean? Between them, they've always sort of like they've got their own agendas. Where not one of them is the sort to look over the shoulder and doing all the talking like Jan was. People thought Toby was. It was actually Jan. That's why when David Sanchez first came in next to Jan, he looked like a good player because Jan coached him through the game. Jan done all the talking, step up, all that sort of stuff along the line, looking over the shoulder, make sure you look where's the threats. None of the two we got now do that. As soon as you took him out and then put Dan Sanchez back in on his own, he looked like a clown. Do you know what I mean? So there's a lot to be said for a defender that maybe not be so glamorous, but actually does all the talking and runs the back four. We don't have that. They sort of have their own thing. So that's what
is Newcastle United's back line as strong as ours?
Probably not man for man.
100% not man for man. Yeah. It's not even probably. It's 100% not man for man.
Dan Burn. I mean, how he gets away, but it's good coaching by Howe to make the most of what he's got. But yeah, right. I mean, they've got some good players. But
Fabian Schär is no Kevin Danto. Let's be entirely honest, right? No, he's no Romero either. Okay, So now, we're competing. Where do you place
Don't
Tottenham
even talk
in?
about midfield, Sean. Let's not even bypass midfield. We talk about Newcastle.
When it comes to Newcastle, 100%, fine.
They piss all over us.
All right.
And the forward line.
Aston Villa?
Yes, we're better at back line than them.
Better squad than them?
I think they've got some very, very good players. Very, very good players. Who?
There's nobody in the defensive line of Villa that's as good as Van der Ven or Romero.
Yeah.
Their fullbacks are not as good as our fullbacks.
Yeah, okay.
I think our bench has got. I think our depth in midfield is deeper than theirs.
Yeah,
I think they've got a very good midfield in terms. I think John McGinn's a very good player. I take him; he's better than what we have. But you can make the argument, maybe not on certain players. I think that they've got Morgan Rogers is a worldie.
Tielemans is better than the ones we got.
Tielemans isn't better than Maddison. No chance Tielemans is better than Maddison or Decky.
The different players, isn't it? Tielemans an 8. He's not 10.
Tielemans gets forward.
Yeah, but he's a very good player. Decky, I don't class Decky as a creative player. I don't rate him as much as you do.
You don't rate Decky?
I don't say I don't rate him. I don't rate him as much as you do and others do. Obviously, some people claim he's like the world saviour. I think he runs around a lot, but then puts himself out of action for half a season.
So, okay, let me spin this for you. At the moment, our squad versus the current squads that you're out there, where do you place Tottenham's squad?
You talk about the squad we've got now available or the squad on paper?
The squad on paper.
Go on, finish question.
The squad on paper versus the squad on paper of Aston Villa, Newcastle, and everybody else in the Premier League. Where do you think our squad's overall strength, the 25 men, where is it?
Under Newcastle.
You don't think our squad is as good as Newcastle?
As an overall squad, no.
If Newcastle lose Isak, if they get an injury to Joel Linton,
their first 11 is far superior than ours. That's a fact. So that carries more weight. Forget about they might drop off of it, but their first 11.
Well, they got to play. They got to play 8 games in the Champions League,
and they probably got, if they keep him, one of the best strikers, if not, could be the best striker in the world in a couple of years.
Who?
Isak.
Yeah, when he goes to Liverpool, he will be.
Well, if I'm saying, if he goes somewhere like Liverpool, I think he will become the best striker in the world.
Yeah, sure. But Newcastle, he's one of them. Where Newcastle have fucked up is one, not replacing their director of football. Like Eddie Howe can't get on with any DOF, and he thinks he can handle it by himself. And that's like everyone thinks that Eddie Howe is this like absolute legend. And don't get me wrong, he's the king of shithousery as a manager, but he can't get on with any director of football. He wants to do all that stuff himself, and look how that's worked out for them. Mate, he's been rejected by 10 different players this summer.
I get all that. But at the end of the day, they've still got good players there. Their midfield pisses over ours.
A couple of injuries though, and they have to bring in Jacob Murphy. They have to bring in, Fabian Schär at the back. They have to bring it they got no depth.
Injuries, Sean. We're bringing in Mathys Tel.
Mathys Tel is a legend. You put some respect on his name.
Yeah, and Odegaard and Richalison have a day off.
What are we talking? Richalison, I agree with you, but Odegaard is going to be a baller as well.
Harvey Barnes is a good player. I'll have him in our team. I think he's well underrated. He's a very good player.
He's a good player. He's a good player. Harvey
Jacob Murphy, not a glamorous name, but he gets shit done, and he's a good player, and he's goal threat. He's probably more dynamic Johnson. They got their midfield eats ours alive. So I mean, the first 7 is far superior, and probably a lot of Villas as well in certain places. But it's been torn a new arsehole by them. I mean, last year, I know we beat Villa at the home game, but over the course of the season, what those big don't like. Do you know what I mean? The squad needs the team.
So you're saying that we're what? We're 8th. We're 8th. Then you think we're 8th. You think that United. You think that Villa and Newcastle and the obvious 4 are above us. Do you think that anybody else is above us right now in squad strength overall?
Probably not. Then they're not. So what's that? That's 7th. That's what's 7th. Yeah,
8th. We'll be 8th.
Top 4: Villa and Newcastle and Villa ahead of us.
And United? Yeah. Where'd you put United?
Oh. They're a hard one. I mean, on paper, you'd probably say their forward line's better than ours. They've got the number 10. Back line's a bit suspect. I don't know with them. You don't know. Honestly,
Yeah,
they're too hard to judge them because you don't know what's going to happen there. They could be. Let's be honest. In that final, they dominated. It was a shit final, but they dominated most of the play. And I think if they'd have brought Garnacho on or started them, it might have been a different final. You saw what happened when he come on, but that's history now. But at the end of the day, I'm not saying the gap is massive. It is in some areas and short in others. But what are we doing about it? That's the most important thing. What are we doing about it? Because we're getting worse because we're losing players now. Not only are we not improving what we had, we're declining because of the injuries.
Yeah.
So what are we doing about it? And the answer always seems to be, well, this young kid from somewhere else who's 20 years old, do you know what I mean? He's not had a shave yet. Is going to be all, we're resting all our hopes on him. I mean, it's nonsense. And it puts undue pressure on
I can't subscribe to this, Pete, though. I can't subscribe to this, mate. I hear you. I hear like there's so many fans that feel the way you do. I'm just like
about what I'm not saying don't buy any, but what we've done enough of that. Yeah, we've done plenty of that. Yeah, because what we're asking Frank to do, keep us in the Champions League, get us in the top 5 ideally. Can you develop Berghvall? Can you develop Gray? Can you develop Spence? Can you develop Tel? Can you develop Odegaard? I mean, how many more jobs do you want to give this geezer? All while getting shafted in the window.
I don't put that on him. I put that on Cochrane, if I'm entirely honest. I put that on Cochrane.
But he's part of that. Even the coaching team adjust to a whole new level. And by the way, can you develop half the team at the same time? It's too much to ask.
Yeah.
It's too much.
Listen, Pete, we're about to start the show, mate. I'm going to have to go. I'm going for a piss. But if you haven't got the same Spurs player as me, mate, then if you can find it, if you can find the link that we can sync up, mate, then we can sync up. But for now, buddy, I'm going to say massive thank you for a couple. Tell you what, mate, just if you can figure it out and then come back on if you want. I'll leave you in the background. But
keep me in the background. I'll tell you what minute I'm on.
All right, mate. All right, nice one, buddy. Hey, thanks for coming on, bud. Thanks for coming on. Lads, I'm going to go this for a second. Just bear with me 1 second, boys and girls. I'll be right back. I am just going for a wee, and then we're going to get the game starting in 2 minutes. 1 second, guys. I'm going to be on for 5 hours now. Yes, people, we're back. We are back. How many people left? How many people left? Load of people left, probably. It's all good. I don't mind. Let's get into it, guys. Let's just change the adaptation here. What are we looking at? Pete, if you're still in the background, let me know when you find a plug, and we'll sync up. But we're going to try and do it the right way. We're just seeing the players now are being they're being set up correctly. Yeah, they are. They're doing the transition. Let me get the team score up on the screen. How do I do this? I need to do it this way. Bear with me. One, that's it. And then we get the share the tab going. Is it on the screen? Add that to the stage. We're good to go. Mathys Tel getting a nice little round of applause and a bunch of flowers for some reason. And we're about to go. Richalison with the team up. Richalison, Kudos, Pape Sarr, Helena Bentoncourt, Sarr playing at 10, Spence, Romero, Porro and Vicario. And then we're going to see the Bayern Munich. Why is Mathys Tel getting all of the plaudits? What's going on? Why is he getting a bunch of flowers? Is that like what you do when you kiss goodbye to your bride after you've got the legal settlement? I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. Let's get rid of this, get rid of this, get rid of this. And get rid of this and get rid of that. We are good to go, guys. I hope everyone is ready to go. Manuel Neuer's now on the screen. It was apparently a fan favourite, says Lisa. Good to see you, Lisa. Are you okay? I hope you're okay. German tradition, says West Coast Cockerel. Mate, West Coast, figure out a way to message me on Twitter, man. I know you messaged me earlier saying, or you messaged me at some point today saying that you wanted to jump on the screen or something, or jump on the stream for the membership show, I can. Oh, we're off. We're off. We're off. Let's go. Are we off? No, we're on 14 seconds already. Hang on a minute. Let me just line it up. Guys, make sure you're all synced up. Please don't be the guy, if you're watching ahead, don't be the guy who tells what's going ahead, but we should be all linked up. And let's go. We are hooked up, guys. 43 seconds on the screen. Make sure you're all synced up. I can't show you Sislick. I can't do it. Oh, Butler, you had one job. Start the clock. I do this every time, Johnny boy. I do this every time. Right. Pete, I'll wait for you in the background, mate. If you can find a way to hook up, to sync up, message me in the private chat, and we will. I'll see you on the screen. But all I've got right now is the comment section in front of me and the private and the game itself. So let's go, guys. Yeah, please do, mate. Message me on Twitter. We'll find a way. I'll come on live. I'll do a late night stream at like 10, 11 o'clock my time, midnight my time, whatever. I want to get to meet you, mate. You're a very nice guy. And let's go. Let's go, Tottenham. What are we doing here? Who's up Meccano? Jed Spence wins the ball back. Go on, Jedley. Luis Diaz with his blonde locks in play. Let me know as well, guys, if any of you can hear me. Let me know if any of you are here. If you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear the commentary, because I've got the commentary up a little bit on my side, just so I can hear the. In fact, what I should probably do is get some earphones in, so then I can turn it right up and scream and shout at all of you as we're getting through it. Let's go, Tottenham. Let's go, Tottenham. You can hear me, but you can't hear the comms. Thank you, Johnny Bui. Thank you, Johnny Bui. By the way, guys, at the end of this game, so it's 5:30. At 8 o'clock or 7:45, we're going to be going, Pape Sarr's just take. Is that Pape Sarr? Oh, here comes the woke. I'm going to get woke policed again because I'm watching it on a small screen. Michael Elise gets taken out. Was that by Pape Sarr? No, it was by Kudus. I'm going to get cancelled. 100% I'm getting cancelled. Listening to me while streaming it in German. Wie geht's? Wie geht's, Sarr? Wie geht's? Ja, nicht so schlecht. Ich habe in der Schule für 4 Jahre gelernt, aber heute ich habe alles vergessen. Where are your papers? I learned German. I speak German a little bit. Officially cancelled. Talking bull. 100%, bro. That's what we do. Every day I'm getting cancelled. Free kick zone. Here is Josh Kimmich all over it, but Harry Kane's hanging around as well. It would just be absolutely perfect to see Harry Kane bang it into the wall like he has done for 5 years. But it's Elise instead, and it's wide. Oh, but Vicario was nowhere near. Vicario's feet were planted. Rooted. It's not far away. Vicario doesn't even move. He's not seen that. Jeez, where's Vicario? What are we doing here? Michael Elise. Interesting. Anyone know any good streaming sites? I don't know, mate. I don't know. It really isn't worth paying 25 quid or 20 quid. Apparently, you get 50% discount if you sign up to Spurs Play right now. But you're only getting literally this and then whatever the other crap that they send you over the course of the years. Nothing's relevant. Let's go. Polinia's first touch. Nice to see it. Puts it in. Jed Spence absolutely walks past Josh Kimmich. What are you doing there? Let's go, Jenny boy. Oh, ref. What is going on there? Great run from Jed Spence. Upamecano does well to win the ball back. It's a foul, and Tottenham Hotspur have possession. Or do they? Yes, they do. Jedley King looks back towards his Romero. Romero slots it in. Roddy Bentancur. Lofted forward towards Richalison. Terrible first touch from Richie. That won't be the first time you hear me say that, but it falls nicely. And in the end, it gives away an offside anyway. Richarlison's offside. What the hell was that? We love you, Spurs, Squiddy. We do. We do indeed. We do indeed. Oh, it wasn't Richarlison that was offside. It was Richarlison that was offside. Here's Luis Diaz. Cutting in. Jiggery pokery. Well done, Pedro Porro. No nonsense from Porro. Now Kudos gets the ball on the halfway line. Looking for support. He takes it on himself instead. Cuts back in. Finds Rodrigo Bentancur. Draws the foul, does he? Yes, he does. Well done. Well done. Luis Diaz is causing all sorts of... He's not happy about that. Shut up, Diaz. Shut up, Diaz. You're a poor man's Pedro Porro with that haircut, bro. You didn't leave the dye in long enough, and it's kind of a little bit grey, if I'm honest. 50 Shades of Luis Diaz. Let's carry on. Guys, smash the like button. Smash the subscribe. I can't see how many people are watching, and I can't see... All I can literally see on my screen is the football game, and then I've just got the corner of my StreamYard so I can just see the comments coming in. And I hope that's okay with you. So any super chats needs to... Oh, I've done my super chats. Lovely jubbly. Don't forget, guys, 8 o'clock tonight. Oh, chance for Arsenal, chance for me. Ah, well, I'm Vic. Big Vic gets down. He's already screaming and shouting. I'm getting a little bit tired of Big Vicario screaming and shouting for no reason. At least 12 people, Battenberg. Appreciate you, mate. 524 says Phil Harriman. Appreciate you, Phil, for letting me know. We don't care. We don't care. I did this by myself, by the way. If you didn't know, whenever there's a game on that I'm not streaming, I still talk like this. Oh, Goretzka. Chance. Didn't even see it. The highlight, the Spurs play broadcast was all over the place there. What a move. What a lovely run. Romero caught watching. That's really sloppy. And Vicario's going mental as he always does. Pete says he's going to drop, mate, and see my nephew. Can't find a stream either. Thank you, Pete. Appreciate you, mate. Lovely having a chat with you, buddy. Thanks for coming on, pal. Get you on again real soon, mate. Love you, man. Thank you very much for coming on. Big up to Pete. Big up to Pete. Here's Elise, Michael Elise. Slammed out of there by Romero. He absolutely smashes him on the way through. And he's calling everybody up. Good to see it. Good to see it. Sent the Frenchman flying. Ball over the top to Elise again. Too long this time. Flags up for offside. 8 minutes played. Are we still hooked up? We should still be synced up. No problem. We should still be... Yeah, we are. 8:07. Yeah, lovely job, Lee. A lot of us do. It's why our wives have hobbies. Let's go, Mohamed Kudus. What are we doing here? Kudus jinks in, jinks out. Makes a bit of space. Back post. Oh, it's a good cross. Nobody there, though. Gives away a free kick. Jed Spence puts on too much pressure. And we give away. But lovely from Kudus there. I'll tell you what, though. The broadcaster needs to catch up. They keep going to highlights or to close-ups. And then by the time they get back to the main game, there's been like some opportunity that's been created. They need to like be a little bit punchier. Some German efficiency. Whoever is there pushing the buttons, push them faster. Push them faster, yeah. Let's go. Richarlison doing the press. Richarlison's done it. He's had his hair done as well. What's going on? You're grown men. Why are you putting sun in your hair? What are we doing here? Madness. Absolute madness. It was Sarr. What was Sarr? What was Sarr? No, it wasn't Sarr. It was Kudus on the right. Now you're winding me up. You're winding me up, the best friend, till the end. You're winding me up. You're trying to get me cancelled. I figured out a way to get this all done so I can see the screen a little bit better now. I'm still going to make some mistakes, but that's life. You are grown men. You're grown men, Craig. You're grown men, bro. What are we doing here? Luis Diaz, Pedro Porro. If this video, I'll tell you what, Lee, I'll tell you what, Connor, big up to you, mate. If this video gets 1,000 likes, which it won't do, if it does, I'll get my hair dyed. No, 1,200 likes. If this video gets 1,200 likes, I will get my hair dyed. As a grown man. You're a grown man, Butler. What are you doing? My stream has just come on. I bet if people go back to where they get the stream, it might be on now. Interesting. Light game is strong. The light game is strong. Smash the like button. Make it tempting. I'll go and get a little bit of a sun in. Go and get some of that lemon drizzle. I'll get a Baylor Onyx. Specify the colour, says Lisa. What hair? This hair. This hair. Oh, chance! On the bar! Ooh! Oh, it's a bit scrappy from Tottenham from the corner. We got rid of it. This hair will be... I'll get it cut and I'll dye it blonde. Or I'll do what Henry Wright did and dye it grey. Have you ever... Oh, what a ball that is. What a ball! And it's 1-0. Oh, wow. Harry Kane. Harry Kane. What a ball that is from Elise, by the way. What a ball that is from Elise, and what a finish that is from Harry Kane. Romero's playing him onside. He wasn't offside. It was onside. What a ball and what a cross. Romero's got his line completely fucked up there, in my opinion. What a first touch. And Van der Ven left on the floor. Yeah, got to be honest. That's the standard, isn't it? Gee whiz. Gee whiz. Too easy. The commentary team here from Spurs players saying Tottenham got their line correct. They didn't. Romero was about 3 feet behind the other one. Long ball towards Richalison. What does he do? He fluffs it. He fluffs it. Proper striker, says Tobias. 100%. Was it offside? I don't think it was. I think Romero was about... I think Romero's sleeping, waiting for Julia. Romero, where art thou, Romero? I'm about 4 feet onside, bro. Playing them on 4 feet onside. That's where I am. Elise is a terrific player, 100%. You put this striker through Y Scout, Sean, he could have a future. Absolute baller. Sorry, I don't think that was offside. I think that was onside. I think Harry Kane's just read the line perfectly and does what he does. And how we have missed him. What a finish that is against Tottenham. Never thought I'd have to say that. Harry Kane scores against Tottenham. Jesus Christ. Here's Luis Diaz again. Tottenham on the back foot. Puts inside Goretzka. Harry Kane, first touch, terrible. No, it's a pen. Yeah, it's a pen. For fuck's sake. Oh, this is going to be a long afternoon. Palidia. Yeah, it's a pen as well. He takes the toe. Oh, no. Harry Kane. Palinia's not happy. He's taken the man. He's taken the man. I've got to change the scoreboard. Oh, wait a minute. It's going to be 2-0 in a second. Fucking hell. This isn't great. This is not great. Harry Kane's going to score a hat-trick against Tottenham. We're only 14 minutes in. We're only 14 minutes in. Oh, dear. You know which way he's going to go, Vic? He's going to go to your right, bottom right, to your right, Vic. You've got to dive that direction. That's blasted it over. Oh, he's blasted it over. What happened there? Oh, he slipped. He slipped. Then he slammed it over the bar. Well done, Harry Kane. He's one of our own. He's one of our own. What a bozo. He's one of our own. I haven't got to change the scoreboard yet, ladies and gentlemen. I haven't got to change it. Good man. Good man. The hack on that, though. The hack on that. Good lad, says Daniel Field. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's going to be a long fucking afternoon, I'll tell you that. 1-0. Should be 2. Palinia's first meaningful involvement gives away a pen. Are you Bissouma in disguise? Oh, chance for Tottenham! Oh, Richie! Has a ping from 25 yards. Surprised it didn't go towards the corner flag. What are we doing here? Game on. Game on. Look at the press from Tottenham. We win it back. Ref! What a shot from Richie. I don't mind that. Don't mind that. Don't clip that. What sort of free kick is that, by the way? And we've just given away an offside. What sort of free kick was that, by the way? What was that? The press looking good. Some of those blonde-haired Helgas looking lovely in the background, leaning up against the fence, smoking on a vape, my kind of girls. Wearing a bit of denim. Well, that's a tartar. Press him, Richie. Press him. Well done, Richie. Well done. Oh, chance. No. We can intercept that. Yes, we have. Here's Pape Sarr. No, it's not. It's that's Kudus. Kudus, lovely. Out to Pedro Porro. Let's go again. Here's Polinia. Bentancur even. Finds Brennan Johnson. Not been involved so far. Tries a through ball. That's a pen. That's a pen. That's got to be a pen, ref. How's that not a pen on Jed Spence? Conrad Lima takes the man out, ref. Lima's sitting there, head in his hands. He knows he's given away a pen. Then he realizes it's a corner and he gives the thumbs up. He knows it's a pen. And it absolutely is a pen. Referee. Oh, that's absolutely a penalty kick. Should be 1-1. Make a note of that for later. When people say that we were dog shit. What was it? 18 minutes. We were robbed of a pen. Meanwhile, here come Bayern Munich. Well done, Brennan Johnson. Good tackle back. I've written it down, guys. Don't worry. I've got the notes. 18 minutes. We were robbed. Cross comes in. This time it goes out. Well done, Tottenham. Young Tottenham lad there amongst the Bayern kids. Well done, lad. Well done, lad. He's one of our own as well. What a ball that is, by the way. In so much space to Elise. Pops it back and Luis Diaz gets absolutely wrong-ended. Yeah, nice track back from Johnson. Nice track back. I'll write it down as well, by the way. 19 Johnson does okay. Just so I can remember that for later on when Sava and whoever else tells me that Johnson is dog shit. Here we go, Tottenham. Let's move forward now. We're being competitive, but Bayern Munich are clearly the far better team. Jed Spence does well. Wriggles himself out of trouble. Van der Ven lobs it long. Richalison, nothing to win. No chance for him. Goretzka pops it back. And here's Manuel Neuer. And he goes short towards Upamecano. We need more signings, don't we? My track backer. I like that. My trap backer. Well done, BJ. My trap backer. Who will grade your notes? My notes are ungradable, bro. They're ungradable. Oh, Pedro Porro getting bullied there by Luis Diaz. Oh, Diaz does well. But Pedro Porro does better. And we win it. Yeah, that's it. No foul. Let's go. Let's carry on going. Well done, my boy, Pedro Porro. My right back. My right back. Let's go now. Richalison comes forward, misses the entire jump, the entire flight. And I'm going to start calling Richalison Matt Target because he missed the flight entirely of that jump. Come on, Tottenham. Settle down. 20 minutes. We've got a bit of possession, bit of foot on the ball. Like to see it. Here's Rodrigo Bentancur. Terrible pass from Bentancur. Kudus has got nowhere to go. Pressed out of it by Bayern Munich's tight little quadrant at the back there. It's interesting to see. Stanisic moves the ball forward, but Bentancur wins the ball back. Here's Romero. Romero dribbling into no man's land. Looks for Kudus. Has a little cheeky inside pass. Kudus still holds on to it. Look at Kudus. He's trying to take them all on and eventually gets bullied and beaten off it. Interesting. Pedro, my Pedro. No way, Pedro. It's your prison. Your prison, Pedro. Bayern Munich's tight little what? They're tight little quadrant. Nothing to demonetize me there. Nothing to demonetize me anywhere. Cowboys got us synced up. Well done. Not as funny as you and Johnny trying to sync up strings last week. Bloody hell, Sean, my son's kicked me out. Johnny's got a funny relationship with his kids. They're I think Johnny leans more sort of right wing. I think one of his sons is leans a little bit more left wing, and so he has a constant battle on all fronts: politics, football. You know, who's got control of the Wi-Fi? It's not like a father-son relationship. It's like banter. It's like banter all the time. Stanisic cross comes in. Too long. It's a good player, that. Good player, that Stanisic. Oh, it was Luis Diaz with the cross, but it was Stanisic that fed him. Luis Diaz is so good there, isn't he? So good. So good. He's getting kicked by Romero, and he jiggery pokery his way through, then hands it off for a cross. He's such a good player. He's going to be so good for Bayern Munich. Let's go, Tottenham. Here's Polinia. Terrible ball from Polinia. Got to be honest. 23 minutes in, and Polinia's been absolutely dog shit. my six. My monster six. What are we doing here? Supposed to be my monster six, Xiao. Oh, what a touch that is. Is Josh Kimmich. But someone who's so small, Josh Kimmich is one hell of a player. Jiggery pokery, Adam, is a phrase that I throw in when I don't know really what I want to say. I just throw it in there. I can throw it in there. I can throw it in every time. Like if I forget the word for ball, I'm speaking to Bugsy. Like, Bugsy, go and get the jiggery pokery. If I forget the word. It's how we work. It's like oops-a-daisy. Nice little chip from Romero to Polinia. Polinia finds Pape Sarr. Pape Sarr comes a little bit more central. Pape Sarr's leaning out towards the left in that 10 role, by the way. It's interesting. Here's Jedley King. Let's go, Jedley. Bit of space. Pulls it back. Finds Polinia. Polinia tries to switch out to the other side, and it's overhit. Overhit switch. This is the problem. I said that Polinia is not a good switcher. I like what he was trying, but he's not the guy that can switch the play. Not the guy. He needs to win the ball, give it to someone that can do it. He overhits the pass too long. I've always thought that about him. And thus far, It's been a bit of the usual. Pape Sarr pressing the keeper. Finds it out to Upamecano. Makeshift right back at the moment. Right back is going really forward. Here's Goretzka. He's so tall, Goretzka. He's like 6'3". Luis Diaz now. Smashes it inward. In midfield. Chance for Jones. Oh, good save from Vicario. Down low. Down low. Good save. Well held from Vicario. Doesn't parry it. Even if he had it done. But Luis Diaz, he tries to thread it. It hits Porro's feet. And it hits Goretzka. And then it falls nicely for him. And he's got the shot. He's about 6'3", that fella. Absolute monster. And we lump it up forward to Richalison. It's just no problem at all. And Bayern Munich gets to recycle it. And now they come again. We need to get on the ball here a little bit. I know it doesn't matter, but we can't get much insight from Tottenham's on the ball play if we're just handing it back to them. It's like a training ground routine. It's not really good enough, if I'm entirely honest. Uninspired right now. Here's Elise. Here's Luis Diaz to Goretzka. Out to Elise on the left-hand side. Pulls it back. Stanisic. Doing little 1-2s on the left-hand side. Looking for something to do. Luis Diaz has come central. Plays it back towards Conrad Lima. Out to Upamecano. Spurs bid for Paz. Sky Italia reporting. Yeah. Apparently that's the case. As I said to you guys yesterday and in today's video, I feel like whenever Tottenham are actually bidding or when there's news out around a certain player, we should probably chalk them off, because there's nobody we ever sign has been in the news. Nobody. Zero. All the players that we sign are people that come out of nowhere. So as soon as you hear Tottenham are linked with X or Y or Z, we should probably get a list of 100 players and just chalk them off, because it's a smoke screen. You know, it's a vape screen. Sarr saying, if one thing is for certain, if we had Ange, we'd be 5-0 down already. Yeah. That bid for Paz was debunked as made up, says Battenberg. Oh, yeah. PSG is shitting themselves. Both Polinia and Kudus were linked to us massively. No, they weren't. Oh, hello, cheeky little girl. Hello, cheeky little girl. What's going on there? Just give it a little wave and a wink to the camera. You can wink at me if you like. I'll come out to Bayern and buy you a Stein. Let's go, Tottenham. Lovely little ball over the top. What a ball that is. Let's go, Mohamed Kudus. 1-on-1. Ah, you get beaten at the first hurdle. Stanisic absolutely read you like a book there. Not a very good book. Certainly no Bravo 2-0. Here comes Bayern Munich. Cross comes in. Back post. Well done, Romero, Van der Ven. Micky Van der Ven times that lovely. Uses all 6 foot and 4 inches of him to read that jump and just gets his nick on it and takes it off the feet of Luis Diaz, who was waiting for it. No, Sean, she doesn't even know you. Not yet. Not yet. She doesn't know me, mate. Know me yet. Nice, clear, Mickey. 100%. Daily Mail saying United have a GoFundMe to sign Belieber. Oh, we got someone back. Oh, Pete's back. We're on 20. You can see it on the screen, Pete. 29 minutes and 40 seconds. Here we go. Wait a minute. Chance. Well done, Jedley King. Oh, I can hear your commentary, Pete. I can hear your commentary, mate. Can't bring you in, mate. You got to mute the commentary and match up to the time. 30 minutes and 5 seconds. It's all very interesting. Are you muted? He's muted the screen. Pete? You all right?
Hang on. Sorry, mate. Hang on. What's going on there? Calm down. Can you hear me?
I can hear you fine, mate. How you doing?
Yeah. I'm trying to... I can't. I'm struggling to match it up. I'm about 5 seconds ahead.
How are you ahead? I'm in real time on
I'm always ahead of you,
Spurs
Sean.
Play.
You know that by now.
Can't you press pause on whatever stream you have?
Sure, every time I press a button, I get a live Jasmine advert or Bet365 or some other shit.
All right. Well, I'll continue on this particular.
I will hold my. I won't say nothing.
All right. Fair enough. Smash the like button, guys, if you don't mind. Really appreciate it. Let me just draw the. Hang on a second. Now that we've got two people
very
back.
popular last time in your chat. Put it that way.
What's that?
I said I weren't very popular when I was in your chat earlier.
Well, because you're a miserable bastard.
Yeah, apparently, yeah.
Oh. Don't worry about that, mate.
I was about as popular as a pork chop in a mosque. Oh, fuck me, I pressed one button then.
Oh, wait a minute. Have I lost the stream? What's this? Oh, hang on. No, hang on. Bollocks.
Mine was in German. I'll go for all the adverts again there. I think it's shameless the club is still charging £45 for one game.
Nah, you can get 50% off now, apparently.
£25 or £22.50 for one game. I'll probably fly there for that. Wizz Air or whatever it is.
That's the site. We're at 32.22 on the stream. That's where we're synced up to. Is that somewhere near you?
Just a bit, about 8 seconds. I'm in front.
How are you ahead when Spurs play? I'm right up to speed with Spurs play.
Don't ask me, mate. I got this stream, yeah.
Yeah, das ist ja StreamYard password. All right, let's carry on.
I can't speak German, but I'm sure they've said Mathys Tel was shit.
There's Luis Diaz, slips over, puts the ball in. We're vulnerable at that back there. We're not getting back fast enough. Oh, well done, though. Who's that? That Kudus? No, it was Kudus. Absolute legend. Peppermint Pete, as much of as a toothpaste hot dog. Wowzers. Wait, it's taking you half an hour to find the stream, is it?
Yeah. It's at the same time as taking Adam to come out with that. I don't know what was worth the wait more.
Wait, is the score gone back to 0-0 on my screen? What's going on there? How's that happened? That's the way it should be. Sorry, guys.
Adam loves me, really.
Adam does love you. He loves you as much as he loves Richalison.
I'm a bit worried then.
Let's go, Richie. Chance! Oh, good shot from Richie. It was never going in, but not a bad effort.
It was on target.
It's the second on target shot from Richie. It's the second on target shot from Richie. I can only imagine what the Spurs Talk Show WhatsApp group is going to be insane.
I wonder why Adam's chirping up.
That's not a bad effort, to be honest.
Nah.
Not a bad effort.
He was never going to... He was telegraphed that. It was always... Keeping where that was going.
Wait, is the scoreline okay now? Is everything okay with the scoreline? Bayern Munich 1, Tottenham Hotspur 0. Is it on the screen or not?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're good. We're golden. Everyone's golden. Everyone golden. Richie on target ×2. Get it on your note, Sean. Yeah, I better make a fucking note about that as well, hadn't I, cowboy? Better make a fucking note about fucking Richie. Chance for Bayern Munich cleared. Messi though. Messi. Not Lionel, just Messi as in shambolic.
I haven't obviously watched it. What was the first goal? And they had a penalty and all, didn't they?
They had a pen that was a pen. It was a pen. And Harry Kane slipped and sent it over the top. The first goal, people in the chat are saying he was offside. It was a pass from the left from Elise. Oh, no! Oh, they should be 3-0 up right there. Vicario's having a crack. Conrad Lima with the shot there, with the effort.
Listen, whatever happens here, I don't think people could start going mad and all that. Nothing changes, really. It doesn't. Whatever happens in this game doesn't change nothing to what we have to do. So, I mean, anyone expect us to turn up and smash up Bayern Munich? I mean, what planet are you living on?
Yeah, I agree. The first goal, though, was Elise put a ball through, and we tried to play the offside trap. I thought that Romero was playing him onside. The chat said that he was off. I saw the replay. I didn't think he was offside. So I'm going to politely say that the chat doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about. But yeah, apart from that, Tottenham have been woeful pretty much. It's been one-way traffic. One-way traffic.
As you'd expect against this team.
Yeah, apart from Richalison, he's had two shots on target. And to be fair to him, both of them were actually pot shots from 25 yards, and they both were decent efforts. So, Adam's going to be unbearable in the chat later, isn't he? It's going to be unbearable. Here we go. Let's go on the left-hand side. Let's go. Pape Sarr takes it one step too far. We should have had a pen, by the way. We should have had a pen. About 2 minutes after they had a pen.
I've got to play football in a minute. I've got to play football at 7 o'clock.
You got what?
I play football at 7 o'clock.
In half an hour, 45 minutes?
Yeah.
What time have you got to leave your house then?
That's only round the corner.
Oh, fair enough. What position do you play?
It's 8 side, so play all over. Like mainly midfield.
Yeah, okay. I wouldn't mind getting back into that.
Everything, mate.
Nice. Let's go, Richie.
Sure, when you're our age, mate, you got to take any run out you can get, mate. So once a week's enough for me. As long as I get once a week, I'm happy.
Yeah, fair enough. Makes sense. Makes sense. My walk in the park is with Bugsy. She controls the ball better than you ever could, mate, to be entirely honest. Here's Luis Diaz again.
She knows more about football than you do and all.
Yeah, probably.
The looks and brains of the channel.
She's definitely 100%. Chance! Oh, have they missed that? Free shot, a free hit for Bayern Munich on the edge of the penalty spot, and he's hit it wide.
That's worrying, isn't it? That's worrying.
Vicario's been like rocked to his. He's had his feet planted in the sand.
You won't get that one either.
Vicario's first thought is always just to throw his hand and then scream and shout. He was nowhere near any of that. If that went into the bottom corner, he was rooted.
You know what? I don't mind all that, but then if he follows it up when he's in his and he's commanding his area, like a corner, he comes out and clears out everything. If you're going to give it all the verbal, you've got to do the rest of it as well. Don't just give it all the verbal, and when a ball comes in, you shit yourself.
I agree. 100%.
Or a corner, if someone stands in front of you, you start flapping around the gaff.
I agree. Slumlord from Hell, be up to you, my man. Is a new member of the show. Appreciate you very much, my man. Very cool of you. Be up to you, buddy. Looking forward to meeting you. Next fan fanning show. Is Diaz again. Big man number 4. Off to the right hand side. Elise 1-2ing with Upamecano. Conrad Lima. Is Diaz. All the time in the world against Pedro Porro. Stanisic. Oh, it's too easy, mate. They're just walking through us.
It's a training ground game, isn't it, for them? That's good.
Oh, it's too easy. Kimmich, pass comes in. Romero gets it done, but Jesus Christ. They've carved through us. They've carved through us time and time again. This isn't good. This isn't particularly great. Come on, Tottenham, make it a fucking competition, eh? Jesus Christ. We're not even competing now. Jesus Christ. Come on now. They have so much time in and around our box. They are walking it through us. Walking it through us. Referee's just given a free kick for nothing. That's an absolute disgrace. And he's giving you Romero a yellow card as well. What are we doing here?
That is a yellow card, Sean. You're pulling him back.
Did he pull him back?
Yeah, that's a yellow card. He held on to him. Kane was gone. Kane was on the other side of him.
It's not really a pull. He's pulled his body, not his shirt. Or maybe he does.
Pull. You still get, you tug him back, you get booked.
We are getting walked through like a knife through hot butter.
But see, this is the problem. When you've got a threat at the other end of the pitch, the other team knows it. They can commit because they know they're not going to get caught out.
Big up Spurs GCTV. Good to see you, mate. This has been largely horrendous so far. If I'm entirely honest, really, really poor. I know it doesn't matter. I know it's irrelevant, but it kind of does because it shows you the pecking order. We could get Bayern Munich in the Champions League, and
let's hope not.
Let's hope not. But we're going to get if we want to progress it, we're going to get them at some point, or someone like them. A knife through hot butter, a hot knife through butter. The hot knife through butter. Sorry, that's it. Thank you for picking me up, Cowboy. Thank you for picking me up.
I always told you analogies were shit, remember?
Yeah. Oh, get rid of it. Yeah, this is embarrassing. This is a step. This is a.
Don't worry, we bring the game change on at half time.
Mathys Tel's coming on. He's going to save the day, and when he does, I'm coming for all of you. What are we doing here? He's Comrade Lima with the ball, back post, 2-0. Oh, he's cleared it off the line. Van der Ven's cleared it off the line, I think.
No, he didn't.
Did he not?
No. I think he just put the geezer off. Coleman.
Cross comes in, it's a lovely ball. Porro's nowhere near. Harry Kane. Yeah, Van der Ven slices for it and misses the whole thing.
Yeah, put the other geezer, the other fella.
Everyone misses everything.
Two of them on Kudus there. They just know put two men on him.
Gee whiz. Frank's got a lot of work to do, says PH family. And you're fairly neutral, aren't you, mate?
Whole club got a lot of work to do. Ain't just about Frank.
Yeah, wild.
Just what we did.
This is what we're doing now. We're lobbing it up. We're lobbing it up, and we're just handing it back. It's almost like we're just going, yeah, can we just do a defensive 90 minutes, please? We're so far off this team. They are walking through us. We look dishevelled. We are looking absolutely pulled apart here. We're getting pulled apart. Come on, Richie. Look up, find the ball. Oh, you're giving the ball away. It's a free 2-0. No, wow, did you miss that? Well, how did you give the ball? Who gave the ball away there?
Frank's like, what the fuck is going on here?
Was that Romero who gave the ball away? Who gave the ball away? Who just fell on the floor? Ref's giving us nothing, by the way. Ref's giving us absolutely nothing and everything to Munich, but Vicario does well there. Jesus Christ.
Do you know what, Sean? It's times like this when you're watching this and you think, right, what we're doing clearly ain't working. Why not then switch it up and just go a bit longer to Richalison and get Johnson near him? And go, do you know what? Let's have a plan B. because if it stays
No,
like
I'd be
this, we're gonna
changing
get smashed.
something at half time. I'll be changing a lot at half time.
Yeah, but we ain't, if you stick to the same way, because we ain't got no creative player or no wide threat, it's just gonna be more of the same. So why not go? Do you know what? Let's just rattle them a bit and get Richalison. Richalison's useless on the floor. Get it in the air and get him in the bottom and let him do what he does best, which is harass and mug people off and give him an hard time. Do you know what I mean? And then see if whatever Johnson can pick off a couple of knockdowns.
Tell you what, mate.
Play like this, we're going to get smashed to pieces.
Pelini has had a fucking stinker so far. We're getting picked apart here. Pelini has had a fucking stink fest. It was him that gave the ball away, was it, boys? Yeah. Jesus Christ. He's had a really shocking first 45 minutes in the Tottenham shirt, I'll be honest. Wow. Yeah, Harry Kane's not coming back to Tottenham, is he? Let's be honest.
That's why he left.
Where's my Monster 6? It's not that guy. Jesus Christ.
Where's your chairman?
My chairman?
Yeah.
He's not in charge anymore. It's your CEO, Vinay, isn't it?
Not mine, mate.
You don't attach yourself to any opinion, do you?
Yeah. You know what I'm like. I mean, I've been Levy out for years, and then I've done a bit more research and had a look at things. I still criticise Levy for a lot of decision makings, but in terms of money spent, he spent what we've got. Whether we spent it wisely or not is another question. But people who are saying like they want millions and millions spent, you got to get real and look at what we do. We spend what we earn. Do I agree with that? No. Do I agree with the fact ENIC don't put money in? No. I think you do have to separate Levy from ENIC. Although Levy is part of ENIC are the big majority. So if they don't want to put money in, Levy can't. Then what's he going to do? Nick it at the safe? You know what I mean? You've got to have a bit of reality there. I don't like the owners.
This is the thing, mate. Like, explain this to me. Explain to me. I'm not sure. Maybe you can, right? How is it that Chelsea have got the money in their account to be able to just keep dropping 40 million quid on Garnacho, 40 million on Jarell Hato, 50 million on João Pedro? Like, where like they must have money in an account. They can't feed money in.
Chelsea do a lot of stuff digitally, and they've got like other income streams, but they sell well as well, Sean. They sell well. They get money for players who you've never heard of, but they're getting 25 million for these geezers. Do you know what I mean? And then they got the other thing where they sell their bathroom to themselves and all that sort of shit, and the women's team and all that. They've done all that stuff, but the will behind that is to hide money or to put into the team. The desire is there to pump more money in, so they flex the rules to do that. And you can't knock them for it. Whatever say about them, their owners want to put more money in. Despite not earning anything out of it yet, they're still going for it.
Oh, yeah, to a massive degree, mate, to a massive degree.
The rules are there to be, they look at the rules as something to be got as an obstacle. We use the rules as a wall. I can't do that because that says no. They go, oh, actually, look around there, I can get away with that.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. 100% agree with you.
I know you've been pushing that, saying about moving money around, but we can move the money around all we want, but it has to be new money put in to then be moved around, not move existing money around, because we've got the flex to do that. You know what I mean?
Listen, mate, I really fucking hope that we have that this sponsorship deal, this monster money stadium naming. I don't care if it's like, fucking Bonnie Blue, the Bonnie Blue Arena. I don't care at the moment. Like we need that money. If it's Saudi Aramco, whatever else, like at this point, I've justified the argument that the lack of naming rights in and of itself offers value because it provides branding and the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and it's difficult to quantify. But if you ultimately assume that whatever the value is in having Saudi Aramco on the stadium, then having Tottenham Hotspur on the stadium has equal value to be able to find new fans or whatever else. But at this stage, I don't care if there's any more fans that come to Tottenham. We need money because you see that the game has just moved into a new direction. The fact that Daniel Levy spoke about multi-club ownerships the way he did, and basically
he fucking started it.
he basically did start it, but the fact that he's basically now come full 180 on it and said it's a problem or it's a big threat and it's a challenge and it's a concern, when Burnley have just bought into through PAC Capital. They've just bought into Espanyol. Liverpool are just about to buy into Getafe. You've got Burnley that are already involved in that stuff. You've got Chelsea that are already involved in that stuff. You've got Newcastle that are involved in that stuff to a degree via the PIF fund. You have Leeds that are involved in that stuff. You have Nottingham Forest that are involved in that stuff. Like, there's not that many teams that are not involved in some sort of MCO, whether it's a big one or a small one. And yet Daniel Levy said it's a problem. Like, that to me is a problem. If I'm entirely honest, his take on MCO.
Because obviously it was their ability to then trade within themselves, isn't it? I think that was what he was alluding to, that sort of thing where they sell it to Clear Lake Capital, owned by a Saudi by the Chelsea player, all that sort of stuff. And he's right, it is a problem, but what's going to stop that? As you say, majority so many teams are on it now. They're going to form the majority of the rule making in the Premier League the way it works, so they're never going to get changed. So either you stand on your soapbox or you join them.
And it feels to me like, this is where I'll lean into the Levy out narrative. It feels to me like Daniel Levy finds a problem in the things that more ambitious, more money, less spendthrift owners utilize. He has a problem with them because he could be doing the same thing, but because he doesn't want to, or his bosses don't want to.
Yeah, that's what I do have. That's what I'm saying. I've criticised Levy for years, decision making, all that sort of stuff, and I still always will. But the money coming in, obviously, he spends the money we have coming in. Obviously, you and I look at it, we can predict what we're going to spend each summer based on that. The problem is the owners don't show any ambition to put money in to the club, and that is my problem with them, with the owners. I know he's part of that ownership, but he's not the only one. So you've got to be fair. Yeah, as much as you criticise, you've got to then call it for what it is. The fact that the Lewis Trust or whatever, who own majority, are not interested in putting money in, it pisses me off when they're going to get a massive dividend when they sell the club. Yeah. Massive. Yeah. So, and not only the worst thing, if they actually put money in and elevated the club a bit, they'd get even more money because the club value would go up. So they get their money back, or put it in as a loan, director's loan with no interest, like Arsenal do. And then if you sell the club, you get your money back because the club owes us. You're going to get it back because investment in the club, if you do it properly, will increase the value of the club. So you'll get it back. Especially a club like ours who's got all the other stuff going on. It's just waiting there. But for some reason, they don't want to do it. And we seem to be not being able to get anyone else in who will want to do it. Either the terms we offer, can we have your money, but we don't give you any say on how the club is run. Well, who's going to vote for? Who's going to do that? No one.
Yeah, I listen. I'm more than happy to acknowledge and criticize the areas of Daniel Levy and the ownership generally where I think that it's obvious, like the areas that the Levy out wants to lean into. I think they missed the trick because they'll take any stick they want to take to smack him. That makes people like me go, if you're being that unreasonable about everything, then I'm going to have to be.
Yeah, it's got to be balanced. It's got to be balanced. You've got to be rational. I've always said that. I've had arguments with other people and other groups saying, look, let's be. Every time there's a concert, more money for Levy's pocket and all that. Well, actually, it don't go in his pocket. Let's be serious. It don't even go in Enix's pocket. They don't take money out of the club, but they don't put money in either. Do you know what I mean? They're just happy with the status quo, which is a problem. But to say that all money goes to them, it will do eventually when the club's sold. But at the moment, it doesn't. Not a pound. The only money that goes, you could say, is Daniel Levy's salary, which is the man's entitled to earn a crust. Yeah. So there's the balance. You've got to be balanced with it and rational. When people gather kittens, as soon as there's a concert, they go into one. I'm like, well, why? Mm-hmm. The stadium. What's the point in having the stadium and the door shut? If we can fucking have something going on in there and it brings money in, what's the problem? As long as it don't affect football. Yeah, and I get the whole thing. We seem to be chasing that more than the football side. The non-football side is run like fucking like Harrods, and the football side run like Aldi. Do you know what I mean? There's a massive disparity there, and that
that's the thing. I want to be able to sit there and say, you know what? Like Daniel Levy's response about the multi-club ownership thing, the reason why he's saying what he's saying is because he sees that now as a threat. He sees that every other club is now going to do what Chelsea are doing. So you don't have to build like an extensive, successful multi-club ownership model like the City Football Group to be able to benefit from multi-club ownership. All you really need to do now is have ambitious owners in one, plug someone else in, and if that team that's being plugged in is of a high enough standard, like a Girona, forget about all the other 14 clubs in City Football Group. If they just had City and Girona, then you can do what Chelsea is doing with Strasbourg. And so it negates the entire argument around there's like a long learning curve, a steep learning curve, there's loads of risks, etc. But Daniel Levy sees that and now calls that a threat, whilst everybody else who hasn't yet got on board it, they're getting on board it because they have ambition. He now wants to call that out as a threat. I want to be able to call him out for that. But if I call him out for that, then all I'm going to hear from the Levy out people is, yeah, spot on. And they're then going to take that argument that they're probably not smart enough to be able to see anyway, because some of them are right donuts, and then use that, bake that into their argument, whilst also not giving up any of the fair ground, the middle ground in the reasonable argument super stance, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. Yeah, they've got one way and that's it. There's no balance. I think Daniel Levy was hoping that all these rules, cost, squad cost ratio, PSR, all that, would bring the balance down, and because we're doing it sort of organically, you could say, with the revenue and all that, we would then overtake. But what's happened is, and I remember me and you having this argument at the time, I always said that UEFA, whoever, will not punish the big clubs for doing what they're doing, because it will ruin their competitions and take money out of their pocket. Then everyone's getting their beat wet. You know what I mean? UEFA are the biggest crooks going. I mean, just like FIFA, they all love a pound note and an envelope. Don't you know what I mean? Everything is all geared towards making money for them. So 100%. Now them rules are not getting enforced, and these clever people, the clubs are like 2 years ahead of the rule makers. I mean,
2 or 3 years
they're
ahead,
dancing around the rules and taking the piss because there's so many grey areas and loopholes, and different ways of interpreting said rules instead of being black and white. So they think, well, we get around it this way, and we've been guilty of it ourselves. Look how many times we've, not to that extent, but look how many times we've done a loan with obligation to buy in 2 years and all that sort of stuff. It's to get around PSR rules for either for the selling club or for us. So we've all done it. Just other clubs now are taking it to another level. But all that they're doing is a way to hide. Levy, I feel, always wanted to use the rules as a shield to not face scrutiny for not investing. He's like, I can't now because even the rules won't allow it. And that hasn't happened, where the other clubs are bending the rules to pump more money in.
Yeah. 100%, mate. I completely agree. It's problematic, mate. Massively problematic.
Yeah, so he has to go, you know what? I can't. I know he's saying he's open to investment and all that, but are you really? Because you can't just have it all your own way and expect people to hand over money. You've got to start doing things differently. If that means, I don't expect him to put his own hand in his pocket. Same as I said, he's worth this amount of money. He's not going to put his own money in. It ain't going to touch the sides. Most of his worth is on paper. It's not cash. He has to find some rich people and get involved.
What do you want to see from the second half, mate?
Anything but the first. Do something different now. If that system doesn't work with those players because we're just outclassed. So there's no point in keep doing it. If you do what you always do, you get what you always get. That's what I said. Throw something, put 2 up front now. They'll not respect that, and then go a bit longer. Bypass the midfield a bit and go on, put it on Richie's head and let him ruffle him up a bit. They don't like that. No one likes that. And then get Brennan Johnson near him and Kudus, try and get something off him.
Do you know what's interesting though, mate, is that even if you were to throw a Jack Grealish or a Garnacho or a Ademola Lookman into that team right now, on the basis of that performance against this team, yeah, that's not where the gap is. The gap is in the confidence and the ability to spray the play. And like Pellegrini, obviously, it's his first 45 minutes. You've got to give him a break, right? But Bentancur's not done anything. Romero, even the back line that we've given credit for being more organised, they're all at sea as well. So like this team is, I don't think this team, like, I think we how do I say this, on the back of that 45 minutes, and we'll see where we are. And by the way, just because they shouldn't have had their first goal, it was offside, it doesn't mean that they were not the classier team. They absolutely smashed us by a mile in that first half, right? But I don't think you can fix this team. Doesn't get fixed overnight. You know, this team is gonna, like, this is a template for what might happen. But
it's a work in progress. The problem is we keep starting because we keep making wrong decisions or have been forced to make decisions in terms of changing managers all the time. But and we don't push the boat out. That's the end. If you buy the players, you buy top players, you normally get good results out of them. That's a fact. If you buy players who you're hoping, if you buy players in hope, then you invariably get let down. Let's be honest. When we buy players, we hope that they do good. When we bought Solanke, let's hope he can have another 19-goal season. The expectation wasn't there. He's only done it once. When you buy top players, you expect them to deliver, and 9 times out of 10 they do because they're top players. That's why they cost what they cost. If you bought Harry Kane tomorrow, you wouldn't go, I hope he gets 20 goals. You know you're going to get that as a minimum.
Yeah.
And anything else, you know what I mean? Then you expect maybe a bit more, but you expect the higher standard. We buy players and hope, and that's the difference. And there's something we've got to get away from doing.
Well, I just think what
this is the level we're playing at. This needs, Sean. Once every week we're playing, or every other week we're playing this level. It's a Champions League level. All right, not every team's as strong as Bayern, but Bayern not even the strongest team in the Champions League. Really, you look at what PSG do and all the rest of it. Some of the other teams, they're up there, but they're not the strongest team in the Champions League. It's a massive warning sign.
Yeah. No, I hear you, mate. I hear you. I think that the game against Arsenal and the game against Newcastle, to a little degree, sort of set expectations around. We're stronger in the back. All we got to do is add a few names up front. I don't think it matters what we do in this window. That we are 5-6 windows away from a consistent. From a manager that's building that we can all buy into but I think the expectations have to be dropped, and that you have to
be after tonight.
I think I don't think we should see it as a negative. I think that we should see it as the fan base as the resetting of expectations around where exactly we are at and what exactly we can realistically.
The problem we got, Sean. The problem we got is all the other teams are pulling away further and further and further. Do you know what I mean? Before we saying hopefully we get back in the top 4. Now it's dropped. Can we get in the top 6 again? You know what I mean, so
but we were 17th last year, right? So we definitely.
No, but even then, that's an anomaly, Sean. We're not a 17th best team. Let's be honest. We know that, yeah.
True.
But that's what I'm saying. Look at where we've dropped from wanting to get in the top 4 to now hoping we get in the top 6, because the other ones are pulling away so much. Look how far Arsenal are ahead of us, and bear in mind we was laughing at them only a few years ago, and Thursday night football and all that sort of stuff. Now the shoe's been on the other foot. They turned it around. They bought some really good players. I mean, Declan Rice, they spent £100 million on a player. They got £100 million player. No one can deny he's not been worth his money.
No, but he's one of the very few people. He's one of the very few £100 million players that look like they're actually value. You know.
Yeah, I get there's overvalue and overpriced. That's always going to thing, and then But like Eze for 68 million or whatever it is, that's a good price.
It's a great price. But I don't think does Eze in this team change anything?
I think so. I think he brings a threat factor that we just don't have.
No. I mean, sorry, not in this team. Does he change anything in this game? Is my point is like I think that this. I think the takeaway from this game.
Does he turn the tables? No, because there's one man that can do it on his own. But does he give them something to think about? Yes, because when he gets the ball, you know he's either got part or he can rip past 2, 3, 4 players at will if he wants to. Do you know what I mean?
I just feel like my takeaway, mate, is that this first 45 minutes has been such a huge gulf. We've been on the back end of it for the entire time. That to me, I think that it's still just a pre-season phase, so it doesn't matter. But for me, I think that the major takeaway is that it doesn't we can't Rome wasn't built in a day. We are so far away from Rome, that we need to sort of level set, our expectations and realize that yes, we can improve on what we have massively by doing some transfer business. But it doesn't matter what we do, really. Even if we massively punch in the last 4 weeks and go for it and show ambition, we are still not going to be anywhere near Bayern Munich by the start of the season. No, and if we get Bayern Munich away in the Champions League, but Tottenham fans just generally go, unless you're the best, then it's not good enough. And I think that just, I get it.
When have we ever been the best, Sean? So I don't know where that expectation.
That's why Tottenham fans are always so fucking unhappy all the time. They're so miserable, but they need to walk into this. Let's work in reality here. And I think the first 45 minutes has kind of, for me, it's reminded us of where we're at. And it's not a negative. For me, that's like an enlightenment. I think it's important to know these things. Even if you get a Lucas Paquetá, even if you go and get an Eze, if you go and get a Rodrigo, like we didn't have the ball in the first half. So what difference does it make if you have Rodrigo sitting there holding his feet? Here's Richarlison. Richarlison's broken through though. Puts it across. It's a terrible cross.
Wait till you see the next bit. I've got to go in a sec. Sean,
he's doing it again. He's doing it again.
That was equally shit.
It's terrible from Richarlison.
Sean, for me, the expectation for me should be to get back where we was, i.e. under Pochettino, as at least a competitive force. Oh, fuck, Porro's down. Do you know what I mean? That's got to be where we've got to get back to. That's sort of where get there first and then worry about going to the next level after that.
Exactly.
Get back there
100%.
first. That's where we've got to get to first. That is my minimum expectation. The people call me grumpy, whatever they like, I don't care. But that's the minimum expectation. And let's be honest, we didn't do it with spending hundreds of millions. We got a bit lucky with the players we had at the time, but it was good coaching and do you know what I mean? And having good players at the time. So go out and do it. It can be done. We've done it before. We don't need to spend oil money and all that to do it. That's to get to the next level. But let's get back to the level we was, where every week we were confident we were going to win, not hoping.
Yeah. That's
all I want. Start there. I'll be happy with that. Because to be honest, we've never been a team that wins loads, competes at the top all the time. So that's an unrealistic expectation at the moment. Let's get back to
I agree. But like I say, for me, like on the Spurs 5 tonight. By the way, guys, if you're watching this, 650 people, I think here.
I'll have that on in the van on the way home.
What's that?
On the way home, I'll have that on in the van when I'm driving home. So
nice, mate. Nice.
I'll have a listen.
It's the Spurs 4 tonight because Johnny's watching his he's away in Scotland for his son's wedding. But yeah, I know what's going to happen. It's going to be the same old like. All three of the other people are going to find the negatives. I'm going to have rows about the positive, but there's not much positive, especially now.
No.
Oh, should be 2-0.
Sean, I'll be honest, mate. You got more chance of being spinning a positive story on the government than you have on Tottenham at the moment. I don't know what challenge you prefer.
Yeah, neither, to be honest. But I just think that this is the thing, though. If you're going to be negative, like if we walk away 1-0 from Bayern Munich. Like the only way people come out of it positive is if we win, but even then it's a momentary positivity and people want to just go back to negativity. It bores the fucking life out of me. No one wants to walk in reality shoes, mate. Like walk in some reality shoes, you know?
If we lose 1-0, but it's gone like this, it's not a positive. We only lost 1-0 because that's probably down to them just not being sharp enough on the day. Because at the end of the day, for the possession they've had and everything else, we should already be 3 or 4 down. Yeah, so it's a pumping in all but name. Do you know what I mean? All but score, and it's a worry. That's a wake up call for the level we're about to go to next season. Now far away from that because there'll be similar performance and in the league as well. So wake up.
I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, but like I say, it's okay getting the wake up call, but people are going to turn this into like woe is us. But like, would Brighton fans, if they had a pre-season friendly at Bayern Munich, would they come away getting on the back end of an 80% possession and a territory overlap and say, "Oh, we're shit"? No, they would go, "You know what? We know our place in the pecking order." And I don't think that we can solve that. We can't solve for this in one summer by it's 2-0.
No, I agree with you, but I think people will get realistic at the end of the day. I think it's just about where we are now and what we're not doing. I think that's the problem. Is where they see performances like that and they're like, right, we've lost players, we've got injuries, but there's still no action. And now we're playing games and getting smashed. I mean, we've got PSG next week.
But it's Bayern Munich away at Munich in a
pre-season
friendly.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying is, so we're getting that. I mean, Newcastle weren't great. The game is in isolation. What I'm saying, the performance, is like, honestly, what have we done in this game? Nothing. We've offered nothing, And you expect to at least be competitive. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but to what degree? Mate? I'm just saying. Yeah, but it's like it's a pre-season friendly. You're away in Bayern Munich, and the natural instinct is to go, well, because we were battered, therefore everything's shit. Everyone's got to go. Sack the fucking club. Sack everybody. Let's all hate. It's just normal, natural behaviour, and 90% of content creators are going to lean into it because it's just the easy thing to say. There's never a brave opinion where they say, actually, let's bake in the context here. Let's remember where we are. No one wants to be brave. Everyone wants to lean into, because when they say something like, yeah, we're shit, they look at the fucking comments that fly down in the side and go, everyone's going, yeah, he's bang on. We're so shit. We're so shit. And they're more worried about being on the right side of a popular or unpopular opinion than they are about saying the reality, which is like, let's just take it into the context of which we are in, which is we're not as good as Bayern Munich. And even if we signed Eze and fucking Vissa tomorrow, we still wouldn't be a match for Bayern Munich. They have better players in every position on the park and have done forever and will do for a long time, regardless of who the owner is, regardless of who the manager is, regardless of how much money we spend, because Bayern Munich are Bayern fucking Munich. But no one wants to say that because it's not popular. When you lose, it's popular to be popular by being fucking miserable. And that's what's going to be like on the Spurs 4 tonight. I'm going to be debating with 3 people who want to lean into the negative, and they will then turn around and go, I beat you in the debate because everyone in the comments said that I was right and you were wrong. Even though, do you know what? How about chill the fuck out and remember it was a friendly, and remember the pecking order in which you sit.
We can't answer the door right now, but if you'd like to leave a message, you can do it now.
I can see it in the comments already. Everyone's gone negative. Look at this guy. Negative fucking boring bastard. I don't know who you are, Mayor of Baltimore, but you're a negative bastard, mate. Like, what are we doing here?
I've got to go, mate.
Chill the... What's that, mate?
I've got to go.
All right, buddy. Love you, man. Enjoy your football tonight.
Yeah.
See you, mate.
Not everyone has to go. Just Mathys Tel. Shit. Closing statement.
See you, mate. Take care, buddy.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, hang on. I need to get the screen back. What are we doing there? How do I get the screen back? That's the one, isn't it? There we go. We're back, guys. We're back. Yeah. Like the people that are already moaning and whinging. It's boring as fuck. Just take it in the context. Bayern Munich were always going to be better than us. They are a much better team. They're the biggest team in Germany, one of the biggest teams in world football. If you're someone that wants to moan naturally, then this is the sort of game for you, because it doesn't matter. Even if we won 1-0 by a fluky little sort of pot shot and we were on the receiving end, you'd still try and go, oh, we didn't deserve to win. Like, chill out, cheer up, shut up, or fuck off to a channel that's more in line with you. It bores me to tears. We're not. Are we having to put in a good performance? No. Is it great? Absolutely not. Was it going to be anything different than this? Probably not. Let's remember, it's 1-0. We're still in the game. Here's Pedro Porro with a corner. Cross comes in. Cleared. Here's another dickhead. Gabriel Blair. How long have you been an absolute boring, miserable bastard for, bro? How long have you been a miserable bastard for? Most of your life, no doubt, mate. You're probably someone that looks at people that have done better than you and just are jealous and call them frauds or phonies. You're another little donut. Go on, you can fuck off as well. In fact, I can't even be bothered to have you around. People like you bring my energy down. See you later, you absolute fucking idiot. See you later, you boring bastard. If you're going to come to the channel, if you're going to come in here, I don't mind like critique, but don't just be a fucking boring fucking donut. You know what I mean? Bore off. It was always going to be like this. Here we go. 1-0. What are we doing here? Stanisic. You were watching another channel and the whinging was too much. There we go. Appreciate you, mate. We're a whinge-free zone. We don't not interested in that bollocks. But I know what's going to happen tonight. The Spurs 4. Like Johnny would be the only guy that would be like, let's chill out and let's fucking talk about the context. You're never going to get context with Saba, Tel, and Lubo. They're just going to be piling in. Stel's going to be piling in on Thomas Frank. Saba's going to be piling in on anything and anyone because that's the modus operandi over there. And Lubo's going to be piling on Levy. That's what it's going to be. You know? I'd almost encourage you lot to not even bother turning up if you don't want to avoid that stuff. But it's my channel, so can't say that. I'm not trying to be on one, mate. I'm just sick and tired of people that are just like, they just ignore context. And then they talk about the things that suit the narrative. It's miserable. I can just imagine what every channel right now is saying. We've got to sign someone. Levy out. It's a disgrace. We're embarrassing. If you had Eze in this team, would it make a blind bit of fucking difference? No, because we haven't had the ball. We haven't had the ball for more. We just pump the ball a lot. Vicario smashes it long. Berghvall gets taken out. We win a free kick. The shit I'm talking about drives you insane. As in, like, the overall negativity, Colin. I love Saba to pieces. Don't get me wrong. He's a good friend of mine. I love Saba. I love him. He's a hard worker. He's a good content creator. I'm just using him as an example. But I can guarantee the exact same bollocks is happening on We Are Tottenham TV. It's probably happening everywhere. Because you know what? When we lose and we don't look good, there's currency in the misery. There's currency in it. I'm going to tell everyone, yeah, you're right to feel shit. We should be smashing Bayern Munich. We should be absolutely smashing them. If it wasn't for that absolute donut, Daniel Levy, if it wasn't for Thomas Frank, either we should still have Ange. If Ange was here, Europa League winner Ange, we'd be 4-1 up. We wouldn't. If it wasn't for Ange, if it wasn't for Levy, if we had shake fucking rattle and roll, we'd have Eze in the team. We'd show ambition. We'd be 3-1 up. No, we wouldn't. We haven't had the ball. Bayern Munich are a far better team than Tottenham. Games like this are a level setter. They should, if you're a reasonable human being, make you recognise where you're at in the pecking order. And it's okay, by the way. It's okay. It's okay to not be at the best. Here's Coman. Chance. What a goal. What a goal. What a goal. 2-0. What a goal. What a goal. Who am I actually arguing with? Is that what someone just said? I'm not arguing with anyone. I'm having a conversation. It's called a stream, donut. Do you want to go as well? I don't mind. Fuck it. I'll block you as well. I'll put you in a timeout. I don't know you. You haven't been a donut. But you can have a 5-minute time to think about it. Think about what you just said. I'm streaming to everybody. Who am I arguing with? Nobody. I'm just talking about the general fucking chit chat. You absolute bozo. I don't care anymore. I feel like I'm going to have a lot of arguments tonight. I can tell. I can feel it. I better go and do some stretching. Better go and do some hamstring stretches. I thought that was a foul on Spence. Didn't see it. Got a couple of super chitty chats. Hulk smash. Is that Lubo? He's a Hulk smash. Thank you very much for the super chat, Hulk. Appreciate you. Cowboy Spurs. 10,000% agree. I stayed in here despite watching this at home because of your consistency. Just choose guests better or keep these kids out of the chat. Yeah, no, I like Pete. Pete's a great guy. He definitely leans negative as well, but he's not a content creator, so he's just speaking his mind, right? He's not trying to benefit from it. But a lot of these content creators, then they know where the currency is. They figured that shit out a long time ago. You know, it's like the league gunners of the world. You know, they draw this invisible line in the sand. A season with a trophy is success. Anything else is failure. And because of that, they've worked out that it's better to always lean negative when talking about their own club, because on the very rare occasion that even the best teams in the world win a trophy, then they get to celebrate that. But it's far more likely that they won't, and therefore they get to be right by moaning all the time. It's a currency. It's a game, guys. You've got to see through the facade of what content is. People on some level are playing a game. On every level, people are figuring that stuff out. And yeah, I'm going to call it out for what it is. It's a load of fucking bollocks. Load of wank. Load of wank. What's we saying? Adam William Cahill. Midfield is porous. Nothing has changed. It's Bayern Munich, mate. Let's go. Let's go, Brennan. Johnson's taken a man on. He's won a throw. Well done, Brennan. He took a guy on. He took 2 men on. We love it. It's not negative, just truth. It's not truth. Scott, you're back to your usual old fucking miserable self, mate. Your truth is not the truth. I don't know what it is that you can't get about that. You lean negative. To you, the glass is always half empty. I don't know you personally, but whenever I've seen you on the stream, you seem reasonable. Whenever I see you in chats, everyone is shit. Every player is shit. You're never happy with anyone. Your truth is not the truth, bro. I don't know what's so complex about that, but yet you think it is. You think that your truth is the truth, which is, I think, what a mistake a lot of people make. You just happen to be a miserable guy. Miserable person. But be up to you anyway. Where's our Coman? We ain't got one yet. Squillage, we haven't got one. Small club, only thing is their stadium. Mayor of Baltimore. How's your city doing, bro? Rather than worrying about Tottenham, go and fix your city. It's a shithole. I've been there 5 times. It's a proper shithole. We need to get beat. Hopefully we'll wake a few up and help us get some signings. That's right, Niall. It will. But in the meantime, don't get caught up in the we're absolutely horrendous thing. We're getting thoroughly outplayed by a team that would thoroughly outplay most teams. Let's bake the context in, shall we? Arsenal could win the Champions League and League Gunner would still have an emergency stream, 100%. That guy, listen, fair play to him. He's a very good content creator. I don't know him personally, thankfully, because I think I'd shoot myself in the face after 5 minutes in that guy's company. But your standards are so low, no wonder Levy doesn't buy anyone. My standards have absolutely no bearing on Daniel Levy, mate. Neither do yours. And by the way, you're not a winner because you demand excellence from things you have no control over. Just so you know. You know? What standards do you set for your own life? Do they match what you set for people that you have no control over? I doubt it, Brandon. I doubt it. But maybe they do. If so, fair play. If not, have a look in the mirror before you start pointing fingers. I'm not bothered as such about this game or performance, but Spurs' injury record worries me to derail our chance for 3-0. Oh, good save from... Great save from Vic. Great save from Vic. Great save. What a save that is, by the way. What a save that is. Coman puts it in. Coman is so good, isn't he? Bayern Munich were trying to get rid of Coman, by the way. That's not true at all. See, this is another thing. Rather than talking bollocks, recognise that we had 2 shots on target from the worst player on our pitch, which is Richalison. You're a donut. You must support Arsenal. It is a shithole. It is a shit. But Baltimore's a shithole. The only nice part about it is the stadium for the NFL team, and there's a casino behind it. That's pretty cool. We need balance. The only thing as imbalanced as our team is the fan base. Loads of changes for Bayern Munich. I'm not even going to know who these people are. Tom Bischoff's coming on for Kimmich. David Daiber for Leon Goretzka. Didn't see who came off for Harry Kane. Kim Min Jae's on. Jonah Kusi Asare's on as well. They're basically swapping out the whole team here. I think tonight's show will be spiked. Mate, it's only going to be me, though. It's only going to be me. And I've already had like 4 drinks, so I'm probably going to end up shouting. And I absolutely hate myself whenever I have a blazing argument. Like on Monday night, I had to clip up the debate with Stel and Sava. I clipped it up and put it up, and then I had to clip up my debate with Stel and Lubo. And I was the host of the show, so I didn't say a word basically for 3/4 of the show. And then when the show got to the Levy thing, and then Lubo does what Lubo does, I couldn't stand it. But by that point, I had like 4 drinks. And so I came across like super argumentative, usual, typical drunk bozo behavior. And I didn't watch the clip back because I'd made the I'd put the time zones, the clips down, so I knew when to clip it. I just clipped it at those points and then uploaded it. And I never looked at the video, but I'm pretty sure the comments were all Lubo's right, Sean's wrong, purely because no one who feels the way that they do could ever handle a balanced argument. They just work on emotion. It's boring, but it is what it is. It's popular. But tonight's going to happen exactly the same way. I can tell already. I really hope I'm not even hosting tonight, so I'm going to be like involved in the conversation. I can't even hide away from the conversation. But if Johnny was here, Johnny would be taking on Stel because Stel's going to be saying that what's his name, Thomas Frank is shit, and then Johnny would be taking that debate on. No one else is, so I'm going to have to. Cross comes in. What a ball! Chance! Oh, Richie! Free header! What a ball that is from Pedro Porro, by the way. Oh. I'm not trying to go both barrels. It's boring, Chris, mate. Like, these fucking miserable bastards. Like, people are just so miserable. It drives me out the wall. What are we doing here? Mathys Tel's on. My winger. Guys, I'll be back in 1 minute. I'm busting for a wee. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back with more vitriol and poison. Give me 2 seconds. Oh, shit. Sorry, lads. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. Keep up the balance in the debate, Sean, says Duncan. Yeah, I don't know. I know what's going to happen. I can already predict it. I'm going to get rattled by 3 people that are going to be overly negative because they choose the easy argument. They choose the easy part of the conversation. Whichever one's the easy option, that's what they pick. It's far more difficult to be balanced. Just say, yeah, it wasn't great, but let's remember who we were playing against. I think we've been better in the second half, if I'm entirely honest. I think we've been largely a much better team in terms of ball possession, in terms of looking for space, moving the ball forward. It's been much better. We're still 2-0 down, so it is what it is. Vicario's just put a ball out there, and he's Pedro Porro, well done. Yeah, we're winning the ball back. Go on, Mohamed Kudus. What a turn. Let's go. Look up. Find the pass. He's found Berghvall. No, he hasn't. It's gone to, who's that? Tel. Let's go, Ben Davies. Come on, Tottenham. Nice move. Got to be a little bit quicker, though. Come on, get us a goal. Get us a fucking goal. Shut them all up. Van der Ven moving forward. Finds it back to Ben Davies. Drifts back to Bentigor. They've got a Mexican wave going on in the stadium. What are we doing here? Let's get back to the football. Bentancur looks forward. Here's Pape Sarr drifting in as well. Nice. Let's go now. Bentancur. Polinia. Not Polinia. Romero. Who's that? No. Van der Ven, sorry, that was. Good spread. Nice bit of possession in the second half. Let's go. This all started with Kudus, by the way. No chance this time. Here he comes. Here he comes. Adam McFarlane with let's just say leave you out again. Good for you. Good for you. Feel better? Got it off your chest? Bore off. Oh, Ben Davies. Dependable Ben. Why is Bentancur trying to do a back heel flick in front of 4 players on the edge of our box? What are we doing here? Kingsley Coman again. Pape Matar does well. Let's go, Kudus. Well done, Kudo. Go on, Kudus. Oh, are you, bro? Ah, he's exhausted. Chance! Oh, what a goal! What a goal! Lynette Cole. What a goal that was. Jesus Christ. He's a kid. 17. Wow, 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 wow. Look at that again. Oh, it's too easy. He's got too much time there. Bentancur once again. Was it Bentancur? Who's number 30? Romero's trying to elbow people. Romero's getting very frustrated and throwing his weight around. No, Ben Davies. Ben Davies is 3 feet away. Really poor. Great finish. Vicario's furious, as he always is. Throws his arm up. Angry. Doesn't know what's gone on. What a goal that is from Carl. What are you saying, Adam? Decision making is absolutely atrocious. No creativity. Midfielders let the side down because there's no class there. Relative to what we're playing against, mate. Like, I think people would say the same shit if we were playing Real Madrid today in a friendly. Doesn't matter who we're playing. Anything other than a perfect performance is irrelevant. This is a good steep learning curve. You learn more from your losses than you do from your successes in life. Right? Learn that lesson. Whatever you're doing, don't think of failure or loss as anything other than a positive. You spin it into the right direction. I think today we've learned where we are in the pecking order. This is one of the Champions League favourites. This is one of the biggest teams in the world, the biggest team in Germany. They have absolute superstars in every position. Every position. They started the game with Coman, Luis Diaz, and Harry Kane. And they had a midfield that is so much more superior to ours, and then we're buried and bullied by them, and people are saying it's unacceptable. It's like a flyweight boxer stepping up against, like, Usyk, getting buried, and then the fans of that boxer going, well, fucking disgrace, really. Got to put on weight, bro. Like, come on. Has it been good? No. But is it worth the epic meltdown that I'm seeing? I'm watching other people's live streams right now. As I'm talking to you, I'm seeing other live streams at the same time. Everyone's losing their shit, and all the other content creators are buying into it. Fucking relax, people. Look, you might not hear what you want to hear with me, but you're going to hear at least a bit of balance. It's not great, and I haven't got a dog in the fight of saying that it is. It's not. I'm not benefiting from trying to tell you that it's better than it is. I'm just saying that it's not great, but let's remember who we're playing against. It's embarrassing. Woody, what the fuck? What are you talking about? Embarrassing versus Bayern Munich. Come on, mate. I like you, Woody, but like, what the fuck what are we talking about here? What are we talking about? It's the best team in Germany. Do you think we would have done better had we had Eze in the team? Do you think we would have won this game? Do you think we would have won this game if James Maddison hadn't got injured? We're outclassed in every position on the pitch. Ridiculous overreaction. Ridiculous overreaction. Hang about. The possession, really? Last season, we had 62% possession to 38 in every game, Peter. Where did we finish? 17th. Honest to God. Honest to fucking God. Let's do some super chats. Hopefully they'll be positive. We've got a new member, Talking Ball. Is that Colin? Is that you, mate? Appreciate you, buddy. Thanks for coming back. Thank you very much, mate. Love you, bud. Love you. What we got here? James _119. He says, send this 199 to Baltimore. Shithole. Shout out to Baltimore. I got a lot of friends in Baltimore. I lived in New York for 3 years. I got a lot of friends in Baltimore. But yeah, it's not a nice place. So it's a mess of a city. But like, to be honest, London is a mess of a city as well. So I'm not sitting here in a oh, what a goal! Jesus Christ, Vicario, that's horrendous. Fuck it out. Fuck it out. Big up to a member for 19 months, my man, Tom. Thanks for your content, Sean. I appreciate you, mate. Appreciate you, buddy. Thanks for your loyalty, my man. Thank you very much for your loyalty. 4-0. 4-0. We've been walked through there. That's horrendous defending. Horrendous defending. What a finish. Vicario's positioning. Horrendous. Every goal they've scored has been top bins, though, to be fair. Every goal has been top bins. Jesus Christ. Every goal's been top bins. Look at that guy. Party at the back, all business at the front. He's got dreadlocks and a crop at the same time. Sorry, I'm level-headed, but this is embarrassing. Oh, shit, I haven't changed the score, have I? Sorry, guys. My bad. Saving it up for all in one go. Fuck it, no. Three out of their 4 goals have been absolutely superb. Yeah, 100%. Absolutely insane. They missed the pen. We should have got one. Let's be honest. We should have got one. Yeah, not good. Not good. A stark wake-up call. A stark wake-up call of where we are. If you were under any illusions that we're okay, we're not. But if you were going to sit there and pretend like we should have won this game, when you looked at the starting 11 and the squad, then you should also have a slap in the face. We need to be in the middle here and recognise that we've been outplayed, outclassed, and actually at times it's been really poor. 3 of their 4 goals have been sensations, but at the same time, our defensive stability and fragility has been exposed. Not great. Not great. But the meltdown that's going to ensue is over the top. I know it. Miles over the top because it's Bayern Munich. If this happened against, I don't know, Espanyol or Bilbao in a friendly, and let's be honest, right? Arsenal got beaten yesterday by Villarreal. Villarreal are no Bayern Munich. And that's Arsenal. So I'm going to put my I'm going to keep my balance hat on. It's not like that. I wear my hats balanced. This will be 8 next Wednesday. Danny D, you used to be a good guy, mate. You're just a miserable bastard these days, pal. What happened to you? What happened to you, mate? You used to be fun. Now you're just a miserable git. So miserable. What I will say is that Alistair Gold saying we shouldn't sign a Sun replacement because it blocks Moore's pathway is nonsense and will hurt this season. We need something extra in the forward line. But on this performance, mate, we need something extra in every part of the pitch, don't we? Cross comes in. Corner. Corner kick. Levy killed you. What did Levy do, mate? He won you a trophy. What did he do? What's he done? What's he done to you in the last couple of months that's killed you, bro? He won you a trophy. If the notion is that Daniel Levy is responsible for everything at the club, he won you a trophy. If he's not responsible for everything at the club, then he didn't kill you either. Make it make sense. Do you know what I mean, Keir? So negative, mate. So negative. Sometimes I prefer just doing my uploads because I haven't got to engage with the fucking negativity. It sucks the life out of me. Sean, you're balanced. Your hat will be off by the minute 10 of the Spurs 5. I'm going to have to be incredibly careful how I go about this. I'm going to have to be incredibly careful because I think that I'm going to get triggered by every single one of those guys at every single minute. I need Johnny. In fact, I'm going to text him and say, please, for the love of fucking God, can you make it to the show? I'm going to text him right now. Mate, can you find... Look at this. I'm typing it. I'm going to say what I'm saying. Can you find any excuse to make the Spurs 5 tonight? I feel like I'm Michael McIntyre on the Big Saturday show, wherever it is. The negativity will be insane. I'll hear Frank is shit from Stel. I'll hear Levy is a CUNT from Lubo, and I'll hear the world is ending from Sava. I need help. That's exactly what I've just texted him. Choo choo. Oh, we got a couple of. We need Walter Marde, says Dan Bowers. We need Walter Marde. Yeah. Yeah, he'd be a good player. He ain't going to save us from what happened today, though. He's not going to save us. Appreciate the super chat, my man. What are you saying? Sure, at least Tel can't be mudded. I don't even remember. Has he done anything, to be entirely honest? I can't remember if he's done much. Mickey van der Ven looking forward towards Ben Davies, a little bit more advanced. Here's Tel. Odebear even puts it wide towards Kudos, who's played on the pitch. Good play from Kudos. He's been very good today. I like Kudos. Long ball in, back post, no one in the top, no one in the front end. Yeah, we just need a killer in the box is one of the things we need. Archie Gray wins the ball back. Chance! There's no spice in the 10. There's no spice in the 10. There's no spice in the 10. From Sava. And you'll argue points you don't believe just to try and be balanced. Do you know what, Danny D, mate? I'm getting to the point where you can fuck off, bro. I do believe every point I make. Mate. You don't believe them, but I believe them. But when there's people that are being irrational, yes, I do bring balance by taking the counter side. But, mate, Danny, you used to be a good guy, mate, but increasingly you're just another miserable bastard, mate. And I don't think you're cut out for this channel. So, either sort of pack it in or fuck off, basically. And I don't even care if I'm getting demonetized by swearing too much because you're boring and it's necessary to call it out. Nothing to be positive about, said Stuart. Spurs till I die, 40-year supporter. We need to spend or become a mid-table team again like the 90s. Oh, do me a favour. Do me a favour. This is Bayern Munich, Stuart. What are you talking about, pal? Can't you get Hotspur Hippie to step in as replacement, Sean? For who? The Spurs 5? I'd rather be the Spurs none. That geezer is a lunatic. Proper melt. MJB, Bayern Munich obviously have better players and a coach who has already had a season with them. Frank has been here 5 minutes. Yeah, and let's not forget, right, that coach that they have, that coach that they had got Burnley relegated 2 years ago. Let's not forget that. Spurs are too Spursy. Nico Jackson, do me a favour. I mean, clearly the answer is to buy out Bayern's B team or just do a swap deal. Huge golfing class, 100%. That didn't start under Thomas Frank. It started about 20 years ago. We've never had a better team. Chance! Oh, he's just a witness. Whisker away, Telly boy. Back post from Gray to Kudus. Come on, get a consolation, guys. Get a consolation, eh? Fit in. What's that? FIFO, Sean. FIFO. Fit in or fuck off. Yeah, I'm just bored of these miserable bastards. I really am. Get box office on the Spurs 5, Sean. Nah. I like box office, but he is box office, but it's a distraction. Go on, stick it in. Believe it or not, I think Tottenham have actually been better in the second half than we were in the first half. And if it wasn't for 3 worldies, then we wouldn't be thinking the way we do. Mathys Tel, what a shot! Remember that? Write that one down. Mathys Tel, shoot from that. Oh, Mathys Tel. Tel, 89 minutes equals legend. Yeah, I'm shameless enough to find the little tidbits and not forget. I know what's coming. The usual shit. That's it. 4-0. We're done. We're done here. We're done here. How do I close this? How do I close this down? Yeah, I thought it was pretty poor, to be honest. But nowhere near as meltdown worthy as what everyone's saying. Tonight is going to be. How do I exit split screen? There you go. Bang. You can disappear. We're back. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Now I can get rid of this as well. You can go away. And then all it's left with is me coming back to full stream. And we're back in the game. We're back in the game. So any super chats I haven't done. Daniel Phil with a super sticker. Big up to you. Chew fucking chew. Mate, thank you very much, buddy. Clapham Junction as always. As always. Look. No, it wasn't great, was it? It was pretty ropey. I think the takeaway for me today, in terms of good players, good performances, I thought Mohamed Kudus tried his best. I thought he was very good. I thought Richalison had a couple of good pot shots, but ultimately doesn't have the ability to control the game at the top end of the pitch. He's not a threat. He's just an outlet. Massive difference between an outlet and a threat. And even as an outlet, I think he's woeful. On the left-hand side, Brennan Johnson was essentially innocuous. I think I saw him do a couple of things that were... sort of seeing him try to take a player on, but didn't really do much. We were just outclassed. The first half, it was just wave after wave of Bayern Munich. And then I thought, actually, to be honest, our defensive solidarity was really poor. I really do think it was poor. I think at that level, when you're getting torn apart by players that know the chemistry of their own team, know how to pass the ball intricately and find space, I think that we were absolutely shambolic in that first half. I think we really were. But I don't think it's worth the meltdown that is going to ensue. I really don't. But we shall see about that. We shall see. I think that we need to sign a couple of players. But if you're Tottenham Hotspur fans right now and you think they're signing Eberechi Eze or you think signing I don't know, a Vissa or a Rodrigo is going to solve what happened today. It isn't. It isn't. You're going to have to learn a new system. Defensively, structurally, we're not good enough. I thought we've looked like we've had improvements. We've shown massive improvements over the last few weeks. Today, it all came apart because we were up against an insanely talented front 4 or 5 against one of the best teams in the game. And we have to recognise where we're at in the pecking order. And the pecking order is a big. There's a big gulf between Tottenham and Bayern Munich. Harry Kane, Kingsley Coman, Luis Diaz, they tore us apart. And you know what? When we go to play Liverpool next season and Ekitike or Isak or whoever it is going to be, and then Salah as well, it's going to be terrible. It's going to be terrifying with Florian Wirtz. So we're going to be on the receiving end of an absolute spanking here and there. And every time we are, the fans are going to go into meltdown mode because they think because we're Tottenham, we should be able to just compete and win every game. And the second we don't, the Leave It Out banners are going to start. I can already feel it. I know exactly what's happening right now on We Are Tottenham TV. The fan show's about to commence, and Brian Daigle's going to be out blaming Daniel Levy for this. It's going to be the same old rinse and repeat, boring bullshit. I love him to pieces as a human being. I hate the fucking narrative. Like Daniel Levy and the Vinay and everyone else needs to put out the fires by getting us busy, by signing some players. But at the same time, let's have a little bit of kind of just bake in a little bit of reality here that signing Eberechi Eze would please everybody for a day. If we signed Eberechi Eze yesterday, yesterday would have been, oh, Tottenham are back. We're fantastic. Everybody for about 5 minutes would have pivoted to, I'll chill out on the negativity. And then today would have happened and nothing would have changed. Nothing would have changed fundamentally. They are a far better team than us, far better organized. They've been playing that system for a year, for 13, 14 months. And then when that shit happened, then everyone would melt down anyway. Let's just kind of get with the program a little bit and recognize those things. If you want to be someone that just wants to, take any stick and moan about the club, about life, about everything. Woe is me. Fair enough. There's plenty of channels out there that want to do that. I'm not interested in it. I think it's boring. I think it's really boring. I think today was a lesson in the structure of football and that we are miles away from it, but we should be versus Bayern Munich, that are the biggest team in Germany and one of the biggest teams in Europe for the last 40 years. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. Shawnee, do you think we will still look short by the end of the window? Versus Bayern Munich, we'll still look short in 3 years' time. So glad to hear you're right. Oh, no, I don't care. As much as I don't care if people disagree with me, I don't care if people agree with me either. I appreciate you, Phil, for agreeing with me, but it's my take. That's what I'm here to do. I'm going to give you my take. I think that we are miles behind Bayern Munich, but we would have been had we signed Eze. We would have been had we signed Vissa. We would have been if we sign insert whoever the hell there. We're just not good enough. None of our starting 11 are better than any of their starting 11. They are better than us in every position. So, we're playing away from home as well. The final game before the season starts for them. It's not a friendly. It's not a kickabout. It starts to get competitive at that end, and they're better than us. And by the way, they were miles better than us, and the scoreline is probably about right. But it did take 3 worldies in the second half. I thought Tottenham were far better in the second half than we were in the first half, and we only conceded 1 goal in the first half. I thought the goal that they actually scored was actually offside. I thought it was clearly offside, but no VAR. Who cares? I thought we should have had a penalty. Who cares? It's irrelevant. And Harry Kane's penalty was scarred over the top. But look, we were very well beaten today. But if you're going to use that as a catalyst to say that the woe is us and the world should fall in, and if only we had Eze, if only we were going to get beaten on that level regardless. Realism needed, says design to win. Lou, appreciate you, Lou. Appreciate you, mate. Get with the program. What program, says Apocalypse Now? I can tell by your name, mate, that you're just someone who wants to, combust. We were awful. Yeah, we were terrible. 100%. 100%. Pape Sarr's not a 10, is he? Switch Sarr to the 8, get a 10, and we will be okay. Well, we still won't be able to beat Bayern Munich on that level. But yeah, we need a 10, we need a left winger, we need a striker, we need a left back, and we probably need another 8 as well. There's lots of players, and if you wanted to really improve the team. But I don't care what you think we can realistically achieve in the rest of the window. We are never going to be at that level, at the Liverpool level, at the Man City level, at the Bayern Munich level, at the Real Madrid level. We're not at that level. And it doesn't matter what you think is possible this summer. We are not there. Nowhere near it. Nowhere near it. So take that result in context. I'm scared to watch the Tottenham games anymore, says Pebbles. We need a right back. KF thinks that Porro's not good enough. Interesting. Berghvall must start, says Sam. Maybe. Is Spurs 5 still at 8? Yep. Yeah, it's taking place in half an hour. Taking place over there. Sean Butler, you must be Daniel Levy's family member for sure. Why is that, bro? Because I see life through a different lens to you. Because you get caught up in the waffle that is hysterical, emotional outrage of bozos on Twitter. Good luck to you if that's for your thing, man. Good luck to you. Hope it makes you feel better. Not for me. I'm happy for Daniel Levy to leave, but I'm not going to sit here and like just be reminded every 5 seconds by people of every little tiny thing that they think that Daniel Levy is guilty of, and ignore all the things that he's better at. If it was so easy to debunk my arguments, then why is it everyone that tries every single time I'm on a stream only ever pivots back to emotional outrage? Why can't they beat me up on facts? They can't. I don't go into emotions. I go into facts. The people that think that they win and the people that tell them that they've won because they feel the same in the comment sections of streams that I go on, it's just the same people that always feel the same way as those people, but they can't do it on facts. They can only do it on emotion. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a brilliant debater, or maybe their argument isn't that strong. So, anyway, love you all, guys. I'm going to round it off there. I'll see you in half an hour over on the Spurs 5. Appreciate you all for coming in. Appreciate you for the super chats. Sparky's saying, big up, Shawnee. We loved you. I love you too, my man. Love you too. Hojak Borsman, I told you guys, Thomas Frank is set up for fail. Bad transfer window. I love you, Hojak Borsman, but I've said it already. Dean Law with a super stick. I appreciate you, Deanie. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you guys. I'll see you later on the Spurs 5. I'd imagine it's going to be wild. I'm going to have to go and like have a little zen moment before I get stuck into hearing the nonsense that's about to fall. But it is what it is. Like, subscribe, and comment. I'll see you later. If you are hanging around, you'll be redirected to the Spurs 5. Like, subscribe, and comment. I'll see you later, guys. Thanks, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.